What's going on, everybody? It is Artie of Artie's Corporate Fiction. Happy Labor Day to all of you celebrating. I know I am. That's why I'm live streaming at 2 in the afternoon. Just want to give a quick update. The mower, it looks like it's a battery issue. So I'm gonna have to take out the battery and get it replaced, and hopefully that'll address the issue with the mower. But for now, this is just gonna be a very light, casual chill stream. Couple of videos from all the usual spots. I do see that Van Balian released on something quite amazing, and I can't wait to watch it. So I will have to take a look at that. But obviously, guys, please check out Van Balian. Watch this video, give him a view, give him a like, and help out his channel. I don't want to be leeching off of him at all, because he does some great and amazing work. All right. Let's get this show on the road.
If you do identify yourself, the trooper will issue you several tickets.
Shut up, Alpha.
And you'll be free to leave, and they'll have the car towed. Okay?
I have not seen. I've only seen the prologue. And Van Balian's summary. That's all I've seen so far. As soon as he talked about how his dad is there, I felt like I have to watch this. Even no matter how cringe it might be, I have to watch this.
By yourself, then we have to take you into custody, take you to the station for fingerprinting, so that we can identify who you are.
That's unlawful. There has not been any. No, Dad, you're not with this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No, I'm not done talking to him.
Educate him on the laws.
I'm trying to educate you, buddy. Oh my God.
I'm more than happy for you to take this.
That head shake.
Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we head to New York State for what can only be described as one of my favourite videos of the year so far, and that's primarily due to this veteran New York cop who arrives as backup after a New York State trooper pulls over a newbie and very cocky sovereign citizen for the usual list of violations. He then vomits out the usual script, but this veteran of 22 years has seen this all before and proceeds to, well, rip him a new one, and then, for good measure, tows his car. Plus, his dad arrives on the scene, which hammers the final nail in the coffin. I've been itching to get this one out to you guys for days, so let's not waste any more time and get straight into the video.
No, he's following you. I didn't know because we're together. How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing today?
Trooper Kelly with the state police. I stopped you. You don't have a plate on the back of the car.
Yeah,
What's that?
Yeah, I understand. I'm aware.
You have a license, registration, or anything?
No, I actually don't need that. I'm traveling. I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
Oh God, here we go.
Do you have an ID or anything?
No, but I don't need to provide that. I haven't broken any traffic violations.
I can't hear you. You mind stepping out?
No, I'd rather not, but...
What's that?
I would rather not, to be honest. But
I can't hear anything you're saying.
I'll speak up for you. I would rather not, to be honest.
Okay.
But what I was saying is...
So we got the 2 inches underneath. I'm traveling, not driving.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
There it is.
Therefore, I don't need a license or registration. You only need that when you're driving on the roadway, transporting goods or people for money.
Yeah, we've all heard those arguments before, and they never hold up in court because the people you've learnt this nonsense from are not credible. I'm sorry to tell you, but you've been misled. States wouldn't issue both commercial and non-commercial driver's licenses if that was the case. Look, Black's Law Dictionary is just a dictionary and should not be used as a primary source for your definitions. Also, the 10th Amendment allows each state the right to enact traffic laws as they see fit, so arguments like this will always fail.
I mean, Van basically says everything that I say, and I say everything that Van says. Yeah, I mean, honest to God, I'm surprised he and I have maintained our sanity by having to say those exact words almost every single video.
Well, in New York State, you got to have a registration. You have to have a license.
Well, I understand that for New York State statutes and laws.
Yep.
But that's admiralty law. I don't fall in that. I fall in their common law.
There it is.
My own jurisdiction.
Common law, maritime admiralty. Man, should have saved this for Vingo.
Okay.
So, you're enforcing admiralty law.
Right now, what?
Right now,
What?
you're enforcing admiralty law, which is color of law. It's the color of law in statutes and regulations.
Okay.
And you're
all
all
step out for me.
No, I'm alright.
All right, hang tight right here, okay?
No problem.
Wow, so this guy has fallen down the rabbit hole if he's citing admiralty law in the US. Not many soft states do that. And this is the kind of meme that convinces them to cite it.
Yep. There it is. Yeah,
Just for
exactly
video
that.
evidence, if this goes to court, I am sovereign. I am traveling, not driving. Nor have I committed any crimes because
How old are you, man? Oh my God.
no person or property has been hurt or damaged.
Wrong again, that's not how traffic laws or how law in general is applied. People speed and drive intoxicated all the time. Do they get a pass because they didn't create a victim? Also, by not paying your license and registration, the state lose out on those fees, which causes a loss. You're also driving on a public road causing surface harm, and registration helps pay for road maintenance. I could go on, but I think I've made my point.
Hey man, do you have a? Can I get your name? Are you gonna name, date of birth, any of that?
Well, I haven't committed any crime violation, so I don't need to. So I'd rather not provide
You
that.
violate the vehicle and traffic laws of New York State, and I need you to identify yourself as well. No, I
haven't committed any crimes.
You're being detained.
You're not gonna give me your name, date of birth?
No person or property has been harmed, so I haven't committed a crime.
Are you gonna give me your name, date of birth?
I don't need to. I'd rather not. I'm not
Right,
trying to be.
car, please.
Yeah.
So in this video description, he explains that this was his first time attempting.
In the words of the young bloods, he's about to take an L, fam, no cap.
In the script. And you know, I can believe it because he is so nervous that he cannot stop fidgeting with the cord on his tracky top. And this gets even worse when the veteran cop mentioned in the title and intro shows up to do his thing. Speaking of which,
It's an unlawful detainment. How's it going?
How's it going?
Pretty
Mind if
good.
I roll down a little bit so I can talk to you?
I'm alright. I'm just gonna keep it cracked so
All
I
right.
can, for my safety.
Shut up, Omega.
I can't really hear you, man.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a loud exhaust.
Yeah. So,
What can I help you with?
what's that?
What can I help you with?
So the reason that you're being stopped is obviously you don't have any license plates, you don't have a valid registration or
Yep.
insurance. Having a lack of registration and insurance in the state of New York is a misdemeanor crime.
Well-
and when you commit a crime of a misdemeanor, you're required to give your information. So you have to identify yourself to this trooper.
Yeah.
Okay? Otherwise, you'd be taken into custody and transported for fingerprinting.
Can I explain something to you real
Yeah,
quick though?
sure.
So, I understand what you're saying
Uh-huh.
and what you're enforcing
Yep.
under, the New York State traffic laws and stuff
I got
and
you.
admiralty law.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And that would be applicable to someone who is driving. But like I stated to the state trooper, I'm not driving. The definition of driving in the legalese language, which is used in the courtrooms and in Black Law's dictionary,
Yep.
the definition of driving is commuting on a public roadway, making commerce.
Wait, a lot of people are saying that they've been unsubscribed from the channel. That's weird.
Well, money.
Okay.
Transport.
So I guess guys, check and see if you're still sub to me. YouTube may be acting up again. And while you're doing that, please hit that like button.
Transporting goods or people.
Okay.
And
Well,
under common law, which is the law of the Constitution and the rights that I'm born with as a human living flesh,
and
I'm allowed to travel. But if I were making money, that would be considered driving, and under your state laws, I would have to have a license.
And I understand that argument, and so I'll just respond to that with this. That's an argument that's made in a courtroom.
Well, yeah,
That's a defense. Okay.
Yeah.
So what police officers deal with police officers deal with probable cause. So if there's probable cause to believe a crime has been committed, police officers must.
Well, yeah, but I'm telling you, a crime hasn't been committed. Like, I'm telling you definitions, straight up facts.
Right.
I could even tell you.
Oh God. Oh
Court
God.
cases that people have gone to court and won.
There we go.
No, your definitions are wrong, your facts are alternative facts, and your court cases do not exist. If they did, then Juan Galt would be about $5,000 lighter by now.
Right.
Anyway, the veteran who has seen this all before continues.
I totally understand where you're coming from.
It would be an unlawful.
But again, that's an argument and a defense that takes place in a courtroom.
That is true. Yeah,
Probable cause is enough evidence for the arrest, and then the defense part takes place in the courtroom. So
no. That would be an unlawful. Well, this is an unlawful detainment right now, but it would be an unlawful arrest.
Okay. Well, I would disagree with you on that subject.
That's perfectly fine.
This is a lawful traffic stop under the laws of the state of New York.
Well, I'm telling you that it's not though. But I don't.
Yeah, you're driving without plates and refusing to identify, which is against the law in every state in the US. So I think I'll go with the veteran on this one. He's been doing this job long before you were even a twinkle in your daddy's eye.
I don't fall under the traffic laws and statutes are in
trying so hard right now.
I'm talking. Belong to the people of the state of New York.
Yeah, they belong to the people.
Of the state of New York.
They appoint the state caretakers to take care of them.
The state of New York have passed laws.
Well, they don't just appoint; they vote. That's something you got to focus on
related to
there.
the use of the roadways, and two of those laws
are
registration required.
Those laws are under admiralty law.
No.
Okay, so for some reason, I don't think this cop is buying the admiralty law nonsense. So let's see what other bullshit he can come up with. Maybe some massive conspiracy like elected officials, like senators, are not really elected. You know, something crazy like that.
Okay, yep.
Jesus Christ.
Just want to let you know. Okay. Any other proceedings? Yep. Didn't mean to interrupt. No, that's fine. Okay. So because the
his dad?
The state of New York have enacted those laws, making it a misdemeanor.
Well, the people haven't said the senators did.
They elected the officials that passed those laws. So,
we don't elect officials.
Yes, they do.
No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't elect officials.
Through votes and
the votes, they're no.
What?
Sir, this is not.
Wait. So now he's saying that we don't vote for our elected officials. What?
Not gonna go your way today. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, it's not about going my way or your way. It's about what's lawful and my rights. No. It's about my rights, sir.
If you don't participate with the process, we'll have to take you.
Can I get your? I see your badge number. Can I get your first name, please?
See my badge number.
Can I please get your first name?
My name is Luke Crump, and I can give you my business card.
That's all right.
I am a 22-year veteran of the police
force,
and I can assure you that you do not have a valid argument at this time.
I do.
Your argument and your defense is for the courtroom.
Okay.
And
whether it's for the courtroom or not, you are not.
You'll be taken into custody and you'll be fingerprinted so that we can obtain your identity.
Okay.
Can we just send this cop to every single sovereign citizen traffic stop from now on, please? Or at the very least, send this video to every police department so they can use it as a blueprint for how to successfully deal with soft sits. That would be awesome.
Whether it's something you say in a courtroom or not, you are in no lawful way to detain me or arrest me.
Yes.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are. Because
listen.
On a public roadway that's funded by taxpayers' dollars, those taxpayers have enacted through their legislature laws that govern the use of the roadways.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are you conforming to your oath right now?
Yes.
Oh God, here we go.
You're not, because when you signed to your oath.
Then why'd you ask the question if you already knew what he was going to say and were ready to challenge it?
You signed to the law of the land.
In other words, you should have just said, "Sir, you're not adhering to your oath right now. Why bother answering the question when you already know how the cop's going to answer?"
No.
Yes.
No, the laws of the state of New York and the Constitution of the United States.
Yes. And guess what? The Constitution of the United
laws of the land.
Okay. The law of the land is
There is
common.
no such thing as the law of
You
the
need to
land,
stop
sir.
interrupting me. It's
The
very
law of the
rude.
land
It's very
is not-
rude.
is not a thing.
Yeah.
There is no such
Common
thing.
law. Do you hear what I'm?
Common law
What
is from England.
No,
There's
it's not.
common law in the United
Yes,
States.
there is.
Well, the cop is wrong there. There is common law in the United States, but not the common law that this... I'm going to call him a kid. This kid learned on a website. It's not the same type of common law.
No, there's not. There's a United States.
In courtrooms, there is admiralty.
Constitution and the law.
But also, this kid is right. The common law exists in the courtrooms. They don't exist... Well, no, actually, I'm wrong. It depends on the state. Michigan still has common law crimes that are enforced. But it always depends on the state that you're in. But in many states, crimes such as traffic violations or actual other serious crimes like burglary, they've been codified, and so they don't operate on the common law version of the laws that we adhere to today. Michigan's actually different. Michigan does still have a common law crimes that are still enforced. But generally speaking, common law or judicial precedent is usually reserved for the courts, opinions, and arguments therein, not on the main streets. Most officers enforce laws that have been written down through ordinance or statute.
Laws of the state of New York.
Sir, I get what you're saying, but you keep interrupting me, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm listening to what you're trying to say.
You keep
but-
interrupting me. I don't appreciate it.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is, in a courtroom, there's two laws that are being.
We're not
yes,
in a courtroom.
right.
Probable cause is the reason that we're going to stop your vehicle because you've committed 2 unclassified misdemeanors.
I
in the
haven't,
state
though.
of New York.
I haven't,
and
though.
if you refuse to identify yourself, then we have to take you into custody.
Okay, so what happens if I identify myself?
What's that?
What would happen if I identify myself then?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious to everyone that if you identify yourself, you probably won't go to jail, and Bubba will have to wait until next time. And there will be a next time if you continue down this road, I can assure you of that.
If you identify yourself, they'll issue you a couple of traffic
Also, are
tickets.
your cameras recording? I don't see any
Yes,
flashing
everyone's
lights.
cameras are recording.
Well, I heard a radio saying to mute the audio.
So if you identify yourself,
I don't see a flashing red light.
okay, it's right there. Okay.
Okay.
You see my data timer moving
Yeah.
forward. Okay, it's recording us. Okay, so if you do identify,
Thank you,
yourself,
Akira.
the trooper will issue you several tickets, and you'll be free to.
Thank you, Akira, for the $5 super chat support for the channel and the 2 kitties, and thank you, Kristen Rapp, for the $5. This cop is the heir to P. Barnes'
leave,
throne.
and they'll have the car towed. Okay, if you refuse to identify yourself, then we have to take you into custody, take you to the station for fingerprinting, so that we can identify who you are.
That's unlawful.
You can keep repeating that until you're blue in the face. It won't stop reality or
I think his dad's there now. Oh, God. Oh, God.
stop your car from being towed.
There has not been any. No, Dad, you're not with this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, I'm not done talking to him.
Educate him on the laws.
I'm trying to educate you, buddy. Oh my God.
I'm more than happy for you to take your.
Okay, so we didn't get to see his car being towed or him being arrested, but his dad turning up on the traffic stop more than makes up for it, I think. And you heard the cop, they were towing his car regardless. But the look on his face when he realised the game was up was priceless. And since then, we've heard nothing from him, so hopefully he saw sense, or his dad made him.
By the way, Van, I can definitely hear your dog snoring in the background. Just to give you an FYI. It's adorable, but I can hear him in the background when you're recording.
Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this one as much as me.
I
If
wish
you
we
did,
could have
then
seen it,
please
though.
drop me a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And if you would like to support my work, then please consider becoming either a channel member or a patron, where I offer perks like early access to content, badges next to your name in the comments, and shout-outs in the video description. Or you can leave me a super thanks. Either way, thanks for watching. I would also like to thank every single one of my channel members and patrons for your continued support. It really does mean a lot. Right, take care all, and I will catch you in the next video.
Shout out to Van Balen. Definitely go check him out. Give him a like and give him a view. For sure, because he just finds the best stuff. This next one I think Thea recommended this to me from Code Blue Cam. I have not seen this yet. The title is 22-year-old woman goes completely nuts during arrest.
On August 10, 2022, Monroe County Sheriff deputies were advised of a female causing a disturbance in Wilton, Wisconsin. The 22-year-old female, later identified as Daisy Mendoza, was reportedly breaking things and then left the residence on foot. While searching the outskirts of the village, the deputies observed Daisy walking on the side of the road.
So apparently there's a lot of screaming, so I guess headphone warning.
They were familiar with her and dealt with her several times in the past. When Daisy noticed the approaching deputies, she took off running into the marsh. Once they got a hold of her, she was resistive and uncooperative.
You got that?
Down to 23, if you got a spit mask, you bring that with.
Give me this leg.
You give up this hand though. Grab this. Tell him to bring a spit mask.
18 to 23.
Stop! Stop! Spit mask.
Yeah, we need a spit mask.
Well, if I wasn't demonetized already, I am now.
You're not gonna spit on us, alright? I'll stop as soon as you stop. Stop! Stop resisting right now! Stop! Knock it off! We need a spit mask!
She continued to tense her arms and legs while screaming and threatening the deputies.
Enough! Knock it off!
Stop!
Keep it up! Give me your hand! I got one hand I'm trying to get out, and she's been trying to bite and then spit. Quit it! You need to stop. There's 3 of us here, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna make this worse. Quit pushing off of us.
What do you need?
Are you able to get that mask on? Enough! Trying to, but I'm trying to not let her bite me. Get this hand right here. I got this. Right here, other one. Let it go a little bit. I got it. Let that one go. I will as soon as you get this one.
Go!
Quit resisting us, and this wouldn't hurt.
I have no idea. Alright, I think that's the spit mask they just put on her. There you go.
I don't know. Daisy, what the hell are you trying to accomplish here? You're not going anywhere.
You.
Ooh.
And I heard that one.
It's gonna get better for you.
Did anybody tell dispatch?
I have a leg strap until you calm down. I have a leg strap. Calm
Yeah.
down, please. In the glove box, I believe.
In the glove box?
There's a leg strap.
What's that gonna look like?
It's not in the glove box. It's in the passenger door compartment.
Alright.
But it's just a strap wrapped up like this. It kind of looks like a tourniquet almost.
All right.
Just looking.
You.
Again?
You're retarded. You're retarded.
Daisy, why? Why? Stop.
11. Stop. I put you on an animal complaint.
Stop. Stop.
Please tell everybody.
Just Just
beat
stop.
up your little f***ing sibling, you whore.
Relax. Once you relax, we continue on with what we're doing here.
I mean, yeah, she's having some kind of an episode, but I mean, if the episode's being violent, what else are the cops gonna do? They gotta do something to restrain her. Especially if she's gonna be spitting on them as well.
Daisy was able to move the spit hood around and landed saliva on the deputy's face.
Oh, God damn it.
Stop. Stop, Daisy. Just stop.
You.
Daisy.
You.
Damn it.
Yeah, I think we all saw that from the body camera footage. Jesus.
She spit right through that mask.
Yeah, I think that.
I got another one in there.
Yeah, I saw that. You want me to run up and grab it? Alright.
Stop spitting, Daisy. God, this has got to be killing you. Stop. Stop. Just stop. Just calm down.
White, black, dude.
God, Daisy, for Christ's sake, stop. Well, I hope you don't. I don't want you to die.
11 to 10, do you need another car?
Stop. There's 3 of us. Stop.
True, Gary.
Stop resisting. Just stand, sit still.
You're retarded. You're gonna use it to
Hey, here's the next thing that's going to happen, Daisy. I'll tase you. I'm going to tase you if you don't stop resisting. That's the next thing that's going to happen, Daisy. You're going to get tased.
Honestly, given how much they've been struggling with her, I felt like they could have probably got out the taser earlier, but obviously they're trying their best because it sounds like the cops. It sounds like she's a frequent flyer, so that's probably why they're not going further. No, they haven't used pepper spray. They just been trying to get her under control this whole time.
So stupid.
You're going to get tased. Daisy, we're trying to help you. We're setting you up so you can breathe better.
Down. You. The f away from me. You fat cows.
Blade, come get a break.
Cows. Cows. F***ing cows.
Give him a break. Keep her head down.
Sounds like she's powering up like in DBZ.
Just that mask a little tighter. It came off again.
Fuck.
This is actually thinner than the one you have.
I'm retarded.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get that or not.
Shut up, Omega.
Daisy, just stop. For the love of God. What are you on?
What is she on?
Just leave the white thing right over top.
Back.
You can carry her out.
It's gonna be
How do
tough.
you want to try and do it? One at each shoulder, one on the legs. Me and him can take the shoulders. Did you get bit or anything? That's from her?
Yeah, that's from her fingernails digging into me.
I know she tried biting me a couple times.
Yeah, you got blood there. Jesus. What the hell?
What's going on in Wilton?
I don't know. I can't tell if it's a full moon or what.
Ha!
White.
Well, I can't help that, Daisy. I was born this way.
We're not out here because any race or color matter. It's because you can't control your behavior.
You know, your parents called me and wanted to file charges against you for busting the TV and throwing stuff off.
the house.
Oh.
Dude, f you! This shit's my shit! I don't give a fuck!
There's a hole in that, so that ain't gonna help. Can we get going with what we need to do here?
Are you tuckered out enough that we can get out of here?
I hate you. Shut the f
You don't have to like us.
Stop.
Well, I think there may be a lot of people who are saying this is more drugs than a bad trip, or excuse me, than a mental episode. I probably would, when it comes to situations like this, I'd probably lean on bad trip over mental health episode unless there is other evidence.
Talking to me, man. You retarded bitch!
But again, I'm not a doctor, so.
Stupid!
You got some pretty strong legs.
Retarded bitch!
Are you done? Stop it!
Okay, now she really does sound like she's about to hit Super Saiyan 3. And yeah.
Let's see if we can get her. We're just gonna have to do what we gotta do here. Oh, it's crazy.
You got about 2.5.
Hey, what is she trying to accomplish here? Are you hurt at all? Never mind us, but are you hurt? She's biting my boot.
I'm tired.
So once we get her up there, that leg strap's gonna be thrown out the door.
Fuck off me!
Really?
They're trying. They're trying, Big Smoke. That's the thing. They're trying. This 22-year-old, it's not like she's like big, but she's fighting every inch of the way, and it's taking 3 or 4 cops just to drag her from the ravine they found her in, the swamp, to the car.
Do it.
Oh yeah. So that's what's happening right now.
Quit fucking around. Quit it. Why the hell are you screaming? Drop her. Quit screaming. This would be done with if you would cooperate. I can't be carrying you and you pinching in.
Now, remember, again, like this is, I guess this is one of those teaching moments when you're kind of dealing with sometimes what law enforcement has to deal with. Because, again, we're looking at a relatively small woman who is completely uncooperative. They're in the middle of the August sun trying to drag her to a car, and all 3 of these guys, except for this old guy who's paused in there, it looks, all 3 of these other guys look like they're relatively in shape, and they're completely gassed right now.
The only thing I think of is EMS comes in.
What's wrong with Granny?
I'm probably going to send this to my brother, yeah.
Can you stand up for us, please, and walk?
Would you walk? Would you stand up and walk?
Careful, that hood's up.
You're putting yourself in this position.
Stop. Daisy, please stop.
I'm fucking stupid.
Daisy, stop.
Quit that.
Fucking retarded. They They let me win. You're stupid.
Through here?
Oh my god.
Fuck!
Okay.
Stupid!
She's ringing really hard.
Open your hand. Open your hand.
Why?
Stop.
So you gonna just hurt me? Stupid! So fucking dumb. Get the fuck off me.
You're right. This is pretty dumb.
Anytime you want. You can stop this anytime you want.
Fucking do it. Alright, let's just shove her up there. Here.
Watch this crick. Enough, Daisy.
Oh, you stupid. It's not even you.
Oh no, I'm done. No, my controller.
Help me!
Hold her there.
Fucking stupid! Fucking retarded! Oh, fuck off me!
No, yeah. But that's gotta go.
Fucking stupid.
I don't know if it's... No, it's not. Not with her sitting like this.
Stupid.
Shut the door and let her have it. Ready?
Once she was placed in the squad car, she kicked the roof of it repeatedly.
Of course.
Let dispatch know we finally got her to the squad. Still actively resisting. And notified jail staff will be en route shortly.
18 and right.
Hold on, hey.
We finally got her in the squad. She's continuously resisting. Advise jail that will be en route shortly.
I'm gonna shut this down. I'm off too. I'm muted anyway.
Just about.
She eventually was able to use her foot to tear out of the spit hood.
Oh my god. There's more? What? I'm not even going to respond to that big smoke. And thank you, Joshua Lee, for the $5. I appreciate the super chat.
Stupid. Fuck off me. Fuck off me and shit. Retarded.
God damn it. Alright guys, I'm headed back to the office.
Alright. Oh, I thought we were going to surprise you. It's enough.
Now she's fitting in the cab.
It's enough.
What a pig.
You're a pig.
Real ladylike.
You're a fucking fat ass cow. Nigga, fuck you.
That's not my girlfriend.
Fucking retarded, fat, fucking white, fucking crap. Hey!
It'd be a lot easier if you just...
Shut up!
Yep.
I'm fucking talking to you.
If you want to know what my girlfriend looks like, look at last weekend's live stream.
Oh, I know. Let go.
Saturday. There it is.
Hey, let go. Enough.
Get the fuck off me already, you fucking stupid.
Not until you stop resisting. Hey, stop it. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
Get off me. Fucking retard.
Hey, please stop.
You're fucking stupid.
The deputy observed spit on his computer and other equipment from Daisy spitting through the holes of the back seat.
Oh, come on!
Oh, nice.
Oh, damn it!
Oh, you're so stupid. You already put it there fucking million times.
Yeah, I'd definitely get COVID checked after this one. And other things.
Daisy.
Knock it off. You're gonna cut your head. Supposed to let them know. Hopefully they bring a couple people. Well, hopefully she's tired herself out, but she's still kicking around a little bit. But having the extra spit hoods.
Do we have spit?
And the extra spit hoods.
Oh,
She's been biting a hole in the ones we put on her. So. Yeah, she's spitting all over, spitting our faces, spitting the squad. Oh, she's biting, fucking scratching, everything. So yeah, she's probably pretty tired. I know we're tired. Just that little scrapper. But I guess her kid was taken away about a week ago. Social service took her kid away, and that's why she's all upset to begin with. So.
Well, if this is how she's acting, I mean, I kind of don't blame CPS for taking her. If this is how she's acting.
Daisy, you want to sit up so we can get you out of the car?
Daisy. Daisy.
Are you gonna walk? Stand up, Daisy. Come on.
Daisy.
You're just hurting yourself. Can you open the padded from the Sally port?
Counted in front of the camera. This is what I had. $20. Open that up. Just goes 21 for two.
Daisy was charged with felony counts of battery threat to an officer, ×3, discharging bodily fluids, ×3, and bail jumping. Misdemeanor counts of resisting, disorderly conduct, ×2, and bail jumping. She was released on a $5,000 signature bond. Do you enjoy our content and want to see more? Join the Code Blue Cam Patreon for early access to ad-free videos, exclusive content not published on YouTube, behind the scenes, and much more. See the link in the description for
Shout
more
out to Code Blue Cam.
We are truly thankful for all
the next one I found was this is out of Columbus Police Body Cam. It was just released earlier, either today or yesterday. The title being, this is how you get kicked out of a casino and arrested. I can't wait for this one.
Yo, put your hands behind your back. I'm gonna tase you. Put your hands behind your back. Hey.
Pointers? For what?
The video for today is an incident where a Columbus police officer was working special duty at the Hollywood Casino, and he was asked to escort a man off the property who was being drunk and belligerent.
I could smell the cigarette smoke from here. Even though they probably banned cigarettes in there by now.
The officer attempted to escort this man off the property. The man became combative. He threatened to who was being drunk and belligerent. The officer attempted to escort this man off the property. The man became combative. He threatened to knock the officer out.
The house always wins.
And said that he was going to embarrass this officer. Unfortunately for the man in the video, the only person being embarrassed today is him. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and I'll talk to you soon.
Listen, over here, we'll talk about this. I just want to go. Look, let's go. They don't want you here anymore. No, officer. All right, but are you? You want them out of here? Is that what we're doing? All right, let's get out of here. Listen, hey, let's walk. Leave for what? Don't touch me. I ain't disrespecting you, bro. They want you to leave. Dab me. They want you to leave. Chill out. They want you to leave. Listen, they want you to leave.
Don't touch me after he fist bumped him.
It's a private establishment.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard what you said. It's a private establishment. They want you to leave. I'm not. We need to leave. Listen, what's your name? What's your name?
No, you leave.
You don't even know my name.
What's your name? Let's go. I'm going to escort you out. Take your hands out of your pockets. I'm going to escort you out. Let's go.
Bro, can I get my ticket?
No. Hey.
Stop touching me.
All right, so now he, did one of those things where he, got the officer's hand off him, and so there's a bit of an escalation right there. Thank you for Poetic Justice for the 99-cent super chat.
Let me pick my ticket up.
Hey,
do that again. This is going to be a bad day for you. Thank you, bro.
It's going to be a bad day for you. You come out with me.
Stop touching me.
Let's walk out.
Stop touching me.
Let's walk out.
I'll embarrass your ass in.
Let's walk out of here.
Yo, bro, can you please tell him?
Walk out of here.
Bro, it's all good,
walk
bro.
out of here.
Hey,
casino special.
For today, man.
No smoking in all Ohio casinos. Still, it's a casino, so I can already smell the cigarette smoke. All right. I'm used to it.
You know I'm good, bro. Why he touching me like that? You see how violent?
Hey, run me in another car, please, to the valet.
Whatever you want.
Walk out of here. Let's go.
103, anybody on 15 that's close to
Let's walk. Hey, take your hands out of your pockets. We're walking. We're walking. Hey, we're fucking walking.
Hit me.
Walk.
Hit me.
Walk.
With all these
Let's go.
hit me.
Walk out of here.
I'm not pussy.
Walk out of here.
You pussy.
Walk out of here.
And you pussy.
Walk out of here.
Bro.
Put your hands behind your back.
Stop
Hey.
touching me, bro.
Put your hands behind your back.
Man, stop touching
Put your hands behind your back. Let's go. Put your hands behind your back. I'm going to tase you. Put your hands behind your back. Hey. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, that's funny. All right, that is actually kind of funny. I heard that on the threat too, Deacon. He said he's gonna knock the officer out.
Get down on the ground.
Hit me, bro.
Put your hands behind your back.
Hit me, bro.
Roll over. Roll
I ain't
over.
doing nothing wrong, bro.
Roll over. Put your hands behind your back.
Bro, you doing too much, bro.
Put your hands behind your back.
You're not strong.
I'm gonna punch you in the
Chill out,
face.
bro. Punch me.
I'm gonna punch you in the
He
face.
said he gonna punch me in the face. Punch me.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Bro.
Well, I wouldn't recommend punching him in the face, but I mean, he could probably dry stomach him at this point.
Hit me with the taser, bro. I got a good lawyer, bro. I love shit like this. I love shit like this.
Put your hands behind your back.
That's cool, bro, but I ain't no bitch. My sneakers cost more than your fucking salary.
I don't care. Stand up.
Yeah, pick me.
My cigarettes cost more than your salary. No, noted.
Yeah, bitch.
Stand up.
That's cool. When you're starting on who I am, watch what you do.
I don't care.
I know you don't. That's why you did what you did.
Yeah.
That was mad
And guess
unnecessary. I was
what?
about to walk out.
That wasn't unnecessary.
Bro, you what?
You're swinging around.
Saying you bugging, bro.
I'm not bugging out at all. You're acting an idiot. I'm not saying you're scared.
That's cool, bro. That shit on camera.
Oh, sneakers. My bad. I thought you said cigarettes.
I don't care about your lawyer.
I know you don't, bro.
Spread your feet. Spread your feet.
That's cool, bro. I ain't dirty. I know how much money you got on. Niggas just try to steal my ticket and all that.
I don't know why you got to make things difficult.
Bro, you did.
Hey, John, thank you for the 149 super chat.
And you're in here being an idiot.
Bro, like, why would you do this, bro? I was trying to leave, bro. Like, that shit was
weren't trying to leave.
Bro, I thought I was about to leave, bro. You bugging, bro. Deal with what you about to deal with. You think I'm pussy? I'm
not saying you're a pussy.
37 years old.
I
Talk to me like I'm a little kid. My grandpa's 2 Purple Hearts in the fucking Vietnam
No
War.
one has a problem with that.
Yeah, all right.
But they asked you to
Fucking
leave.
call your backup.
And they don't want you to leave.
Bro,
and you don't want to leave. They told you to leave.
You just try to push me on the ground. You gonna tase me,
yeah,
bro?
because you swung on me. You're lucky you didn't get knocked out.
I swung on you.
Spread
bro,
your feet.
You doing that dumb shit,
Spread
bro.
your feet.
No. My feet already spread. I'm not a little fucking kid. And
You're acting like a little kid. You're acting like a little kid right now.
I'm not gonna disrespect you. You're disrespecting
You're being
yourself.
disrespectful.
Bro, you know what? I'm done talking. Where's my lawyer?
I don't need your lawyer.
All right, so then deal with it. Nothing in there. I'm not on drugs. I'm from
Yeah, I think he said his dad or his granddad went to Vietnam, not him.
Brooklyn. Pussy.
Shut up. You're being
Where your
ridiculous.
sergeant?
I'm not calling a sergeant.
Can I get a sergeant, please? That's all
Stop
I want.
turning around or you're going to go back on the ground.
That shit don't work for me. That YouTube shit don't work, bro. I'm
It's
not
not
turning
YouTube.
around. none
You
of that.
are
when
turning
you try
around.
to push me on the ground, when you push me right on camera, I lay down, pull my hands up.
Oh, wait.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Yeah, because you swung on me and you balled your fists. Okay?
Bro, that shit don't work.
Yeah, now he's saying that the cop, like, pushed him to the ground when, no, he fell on his ass on his own.
Everything in my pockets is legal, bro. I come here all the time, bro. You look like a dumbass, bro. Grab me like that. I play football. I'm good, bro. Like, that's from him. That's from him. I'm Pops. I know. I mean, with my grandpa's 2 tours.
Grandpa did 2 tours, apparently. Again, assuming that's true, what the hell does that have to do with anything right now?
Mom, like, yeah, not this is a military state. Where's Donald Trump when you need him?
Oh, God, here we go.
You know who the fuck I am?
What?
Figure it out. Lock me up.
Do you know who the fuck I am? Did he just pull a Karen line? He just pulled a Karen line. Don't you know who I am?
I don't care who you are.
Talking that dumb shit.
Could get one of your cup key mine fell out in there.
This is unnecessary, bro. This is very unnecessary. But I know you're not gonna let me out right here because you just never had no balls. That's why
I don't think so.
You laid down because you didn't want to get hurt in front of all these people.
So, we don't need any more 60s here, I don't think.
I'm not like that, bro.
Aaron, you guys shut down 60.
You're a fucking bugger. I don't know what pay
Yeah, he's probably permanently kicked out from now on.
I'll get it for you.
Oh, come on, Jeremy, you know what it is. Come on,
take a seat.
I ain't do nothing wrong. You did.
They wanted. I'm gonna check him. They wanted him to leave. He didn't leave. We tried to escort him out. It obviously didn't work. He balled
Hey, thank you, Cerebral, for the $5.
on the ground, and we'll just get him out of here. He can get some tickets, and we'll get him out of here.
Okay.
A ticket, man.
Well, if you're acting up and you're wanting to fight and all that, we'll work it. We'll work through it all.
Chase me.
I didn't tase you because you got on the ground.
Listen to what I just saw.
Okay.
I got no problem with you.
Do you have a card here, sir?
My ticket. Then I went to the security. It's so on camera.
What? Can you explain what the ticket is?
I'm telling you something. So when you play,
He dropped a slot ticket. I think they picked it up.
He's referring to his slot ticket, yeah.
It'll give you a ticket.
Oh, okay.
And then you take it to the cashier, and that's when you get your money.
Hey, like you won.
Oh, so you get money on that little ticket.
For those who don't who don't gamble.
And I don't want that.
I got you.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like all of that scaring me shit is not gonna work.
Nobody's trying to scare you.
My fucking partners is pumping, so here we are.
That's going on out here. Brothers shooting brothers and all that. Away from everything.
I got you. Are you with someone? Property room. So
nah, I'm not getting nobody involved with this.
No, I mean like you need to tell him what's up.
Listen, the brother right there with the blue shirt, he told me, he was like, yo, he's like, you good, just leave it.
Yeah,
I'm not deep in the vices, okay? I went to. You know what? Never mind.
Okay.
Went to Vegas once.
To escort you out, I think. I got you.
Scammer.
And what's scammer?
Scammer, like he's scamming the situation.
Oh my gosh, you have never heard that term.
I kind of wish I knew what the end result of that was. But did it in the beginning? No, it didn't actually have you the date of when this happened. So I don't know why he decided to reference Trump. But again, the guy was drunk off his ass. So. All right, so this last one that I have on the I don't gamble, guys. I actually don't. Alcohol is pretty much my only major vice. I don't gamble on the regular or anything like that. I just went to Vegas once and called it a day. But if you guys don't know, this was from Cleveland area body cam, and the title is Why You Shouldn't Grab a Cop.
I can throw my life on the line, but they ain't gonna
What's the guy? Yeah, I'm the one that
I can
called.
come to the tour, the ones that sit there, now they feel like they worthy. They ain't gonna do that. I can talk to the ones that don't have to understand, but they ain't gonna move back. Go ahead and ask the question. I'll show you what I paid for. And I'll show you the same story what I put on live and what I paid for.
You guys don't issue refunds for that.
Okay, so if you guys didn't hear that, the guard told the cop that he was, I guess this is a bus station. He arrived late to his bus. The bus left about 15 minutes after he arrived, and he's been causing a scene ever since. That's what it sounds like. He had a ticket for a bus that was supposed to leave at 8:15, or excuse me, 4:15. He arrived at 4:35, and he's been raging.
I'm gonna give you one more time before I tell you everything.
Right.
And that's what
they want you to leave, so you gotta
leave. They want me to leave, but I paid for a ticket. So what you gonna tell me?
you were late for your bus. They
I
don't
was
always
not.
issue
I was
refunds.
actually time for my bus. It's cool. I said I paid for another one. So now what?
They don't
What do you want?
they don't
That's
want you
cool that they don't want me. I have to get home.
They have the right to refuse service.
They have the right to receive furs from me.
Yes, they do.
So you finna take me home?
No.
So you finna take me home?
Not at all.
So how the fuck are you gonna speak to someone that paid for the ticket all the way home? Reimburse me.
Maybe if you were
No. If they don't want, reimburse me. Reimburse me. There we go. No. It is their policy. It is. I've been on the Greyhound for 7.5 years. You know
Okay,
that?
well then you should know to be on time for your bus.
They can, but again, it's all dependent on how he was acting, right? If he was acting completely insane and belligerent, then they're like, we're not going to deal with you. Probably what may end up happening is that they'll try to keep him outside, and then they'll reimburse him for the ticket or reschedule him for some other time. But they wanted him out because he was probably acting nuts, and so that's why he was out there.
Yes, and I do.
You should know how to
And when I
talk to
was
the
on
ticket
4
teller
o'clock,
so that
and
they
when I
don't-
said, ma'am, can I get a reimbursement for my bus? Because these men told me if I get a physical ticket, that's cool. I got it on live right now. What are you going to tell me after you guys have your name?
So he's live right now, so this is another Zoomer.
Your presence, your face on live. What are you going to tell me after this? You don't care? Okay, cool. You're going to start
We're on
walking?
video all the time.
I can start walking. So you don't give a fuck that now that everything you speak around is point of false advocate. You don't give a fuck that everything you speak around is now a false advocate. You want to tell me now that you listen to one man. See, I told cops, you know what? I was technically in school to be one.
Okay.
You got to get both sides.
You just told me your side. I got
Right.
their side. They
No,
don't
you
have to
didn't.
issue a refund.
You don't have to issue a refund at all. You don't have to issue
don't have
me
to
a
issue a
refund.
You missed the bus.
So at this point, you're telling me right now, I'm just in the city I'm in just because I want to.
Where are you trying to get to?
Back home.
Where's back
Chicago. A couple hours away.
Yeah,
And all I
you can
ask,
Chicago.
I mean, why not? Why not? Why can't you take me to Chicago? Y'all want to tell me I can't
leave
do
the
this?
city. I can't leave the city.
So I can't get a bus home ride and I can't go to Chicago. Why
Right,
not?
because they're refusing you service.
They're refusing me service.
They're allowed to.
Why aren't you not figuring that out? Ain't that the point of your investigation?
No,
As
it's a
cop?
civil matter.
It's a civil matter.
No, it's cops investigation.
Why is it a
criminal
civil
issues.
matter? Make it make sense. Come on. Why is it a civil matter?
Civil
You paid for a
means
ticket.
money.
Right?
Just do it, but step back a little bit. You're getting a little close.
Cap.
Step back, please. Step back.
I was about to actually say they allow him to get really close to the officer right up until now. But I was gonna say, like, they're giving this guy a lot of like leeway to just be wilding and wilding and wilding. But they he was walking right up to the cop. But I'm glad the cop now just noticed that and saying something about it.
Oh, now you going no, you step back.
Oh no. Oh shit. You guys missed that. Let me rewind.
You just told me your side. I got their side. They don't have to issue a refund.
We don't have to issue a refund at all. We don't have to issue a refund.
You missed the bus.
So at this point, you're telling me right now, I'm just in the city I'm in just because I want to.
Where are you trying to get to?
Back home.
Where's back
Chicago? A couple hours away.
Yeah, we
and all I
can't
ask,
Chicago.
I mean, why not? Why not? Why can't you take me to Chicago? Y'all want to tell me I can't
leave
do
the
this?
city. I can't leave the city.
So I can't get a bus home ride and I can't go to Chicago.
Right, because they're refusing you service.
They're refusing me service.
They're allowed to.
Why aren't you not figuring that out? Ain't that the point of your investigation?
No, it's a civil matter.
It's a civil matter.
No, it's cops investigating.
Why is it a civil matter? Make it make sense. Come on. Why is it a civil?
So right there, he's walking up real close to the officer. Well, let me turn off my camera right quick so you guys can see. So that's how close he is, and he's getting closer.
Civil means money.
Right.
Just do it, but step back a little bit. You're getting a little close for me.
Tap.
Step back, please. Step back, please.
So the cop puts his hands on him to kind of get some space. And then right there he grabs the officer's hand. Probably not the best idea there. So yeah.
No, you step back.
Jump, stop.
Look, I didn't do nothing but put my hand out there.
On him.
I think he put my hand on me.
You're going to go to the ground in about 2 seconds.
Jump.
It's okay. I'll
Two, one,
step
send us
back.
another car.
I'll step back now.
Hey. Give me your hand.
Why are you trying to put
Give me your
ground?
hand. Yes, send us another car.
Why are you trying to put me on the ground?
Give me your hand.
All I heard was my hand.
Right.
I was trying to ask you.
Don't do that.
What's that doing?
I mean, I can't see shit.
What's up? I'm not doing shit. My hands are here.
Hey, why do you help us?
Why don't you help us? Do you hear the scissors say? Oh, man. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Oh, my God.
Give us your hand. He's
I gave my hand.
Just relax. We're waiting for the car.
All I asked specifically. Is why, see, like I said, you ain't got no right to take me down.
Stop. Stop. Right now. Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting.
2-1, step it up.
Resisting. All I asked was.
Dude, he's got my penis. He's grabbing my balls.
Oh my God! What? What?
Stop! Dude, he's got my penis. He's grabbing my balls. Stop! Radio, step it up! Stop!
What the fuck, bro?
Give me your right hand. Why don't you fucking help us?
Give
me your hand.
I can't go home.
Give me your hand.
I go home.
Give me your
Why
hand.
I go home.
You spit on me.
I did not. I cannot spit on you.
You spit on my face.
Have a fucking place to live.
Give me your right hand.
Oh my God.
Give it to me.
Bro, are you seeing what you're doing to me?
Give me.
We're not seeing much of anything because both their body cams were popped off. If I had to nitpick Deacon, did the officer need to physically put his hands on him to push him back? Maybe not. That's basically the most I can say. But again, I'm not a cop. I don't know what's appropriate or not. That's the only thing I can say. So don't take me as being the arbiter of what these guys are dealing with.
Your right hand. Why can't I go home? That's all I ask.
Give me your right hand.
Why can't I go home? All I want to do is go on a bus. How you
Give it to me.
I have hands in a fucking bag. I have my
Give
clothes
me
in
your
a
right
fucking
hand.
bag. And you're telling me I can't go home?
Give me your right
You're
hand.
telling me I can't go home? Go ahead.
Give me your right hand.
You have it. You have my right hand. I do not have no problem. Look. See, you
Let
have
go
it.
of me.
You have it. You don't have no
Let
problem.
go.
I'm sure Mandy's gonna clip my reaction to as soon as the cop said, "He's grabbing my penis." All right, so now finally we got backup that's finally arrived. And they're still trying to figure out they're trying to get a hold of me.
Relax.
What are you talking about? My
Relax,
hand
my
is on
man.
the ground. Literally.
Give me your hand.
Literally.
Give me your hand.
Literally. It's right there. What the fuck?
John, let go.
Got him?
He's got my arm at this point.
Wait,
He's pulling his arm. You're pulling his arm.
Relax.
You're pulling his arm.
Relax, my man.
You're pulling his arm.
Okay, relax.
Bro, I don't want to do
Lay
go
my
home.
way. Lay my way.
I'm not. I
Lay
can't.
my way. There you go.
What? Stop.
Radio, slow everybody down.
Let go of me? Of me? You want me to let go of you? What the fuck? What are you talking about? You're literally holding on to me.
I'm up on him, so.
Okay.
Your ass is crazy, bro. You want me to let go?
Walk away and cool down, man.
You want to let go? What? Get my fucking phone up. What do you want? Let me get my phone and get everything else. I've been relaxed. I said I want to go home. That's all I asked.
You were in a fight?
How the fuck can I get home?
Walk away. I got it.
They told me $57.
Relax.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's get him in the car. One of these cars. That's my car. Get him in a two-man car. Two-man car.
Get my shit.
Get the phone.
Get it now, brother.
I'll get it now. I'll get it now.
Brother, as a black man, I'm a fucking activist.
Come on.
I help you fuckers.
Get him in the car.
Get my phone.
They got him.
Go ahead. Yeah, let's do this. Come on. Y'all want to see why a motherfucker can't go home, right? Why a motherfucker can't go home, right? I can't go home. I can't go home.
Get in there.
I have no idea.
Come on, man. Get in the car. Come on, get in the car, man. I got your stuff right here. Do you have two phones or one?
They fucked both of them.
Both of them?
Answer. Answer.
Just
No.
relax.
Give me my fucking phone.
I'm going to give it to you. Relax, man.
Give me my phone right now.
Relax.
Give me my
I'm going
fucking
to give it
phone.
to you.
What the fuck?
Alright, John?
Yeah, he fucking grabbed my nuts and squeezed. God damn it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I told her. You know something? I don't know if it's coming. You're on the way?
God fucking damn it.
Oh. Oh.
Fucking, yeah, he fucking grabbed my nuts and squeezed. God fucking God.
God damn, man.
You gotta sit on your ass and bounce. No, seriously, that's like a legitimate, like, you get hit in the groin, you have to, like... Oh, it wasn't a hit. You know what I mean.
Yeah, you can stand up, too.
Was the cop like lying on the ground trying? Look, man, I don't know what techniques there are. I only know in most of these situations, you know, for the guys out there, it really is just a matter of like just letting it go and waiting for the pain to reside. You know, I don't know if any techniques or stretches that can help this out. It does? I'd never heard that before, Terry.
We were talking to the guy and he kept getting closer. Slaney asked him to step back. Then he like pushed Slaney and Slaney, took a step towards him, and then he just started fighting with us.
Well, I think he already said he wants EMS to check him out, so that's not an issue, guys. So, woo. 64 days until Ragnarok. Did you guys see the Rick and Morty God Ragnarok ad? Pretty awesome. Oh boy. What else, guys? I mean, we're only 3 o'clock over here. Still got the full day. I mean, we could always do, well, that's not a palette. Well, Donut has a video that I've already seen involving a New York NYPD officer. It's pretty rough to watch. I'm still not entirely convinced one way or the other on whether or not the officer used excessive force, but it's pretty wild to watch. So I'm just gonna leave that one be for the time being. It's not a shooting. Cop who clocked he straight up clocked the cops. Several cops were in the middle of arresting somebody who was a homicide suspect. There was a crowd already gathering in possible protest. And then this young woman, she looked like she was in her late teens, early 20s, walked up and walked straight up to the suspect while he was being escorted to the cop car. I mean, we might as well fucking watch it. All right, we might as well watch it.
Incident that's got the internet all riled up. But first, check this out. This is actually my son's. Again, you might say, why yes, again. Remember 2 years ago when the Baltimore police sergeant got that two-piece from a crazy lady trying to run people over? Then an officer by the name of Love stopped her when she suddenly and violently headbutted his fist?
Oh!
That officer's name really was Love, and I'll never stop making the joke that that was a love tap. This is going to feel like a Family Guy episode with all the references. Like, hey, Lois, you remember that time? God, my Family Guy accent is fucking terrible. Hey, Lois, you remember that time at the football game? Fuck, I suck at that. 2017, Miami. A lady was acting all drunk and belligerent when 3 giant police officers just picked her ass up and started carrying her out of the stadium. The woman suddenly fell asleep after she made the mistake of backhanding one of the officers in the face. That lady has been arrested before for hitting dudes, it turns out, and I just wanted to show you my favorite part of this news clip. I give you an awkward stare from Wish.com Al Pacino.
Records show Freitas has been arrested before for domestic violence in 2012.
Now, we called and texted Freitas and even stopped at her home.
This is such a crock of shit.
Now, on to our new incident of a police officer striking a lady in the face.
He said you don't do it with a clenched fist, it's better to do it with an open hand. Remember that? Yeah.
All right, look, Sean, all right, different times, all right? Why are we going back to Sean Connery? God rest his soul, but fucking hell, different times, all right? different times.
I love that.
I haven't changed my opinion. To summarize the new one, we're just going to read a headline real quick. NYPD releases.
All right, let me be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a few seconds. Let's roll the BRB footage. Where is it? We're back. All right, I'm back. This is straight out of also from the care package that Doug sent me. It is an Irish red ale, which is awesome. I didn't know they had one. Called "You'll Never Drink Alone." I mean, technically, I'm not drinking with you guys, so you know it all works out.
Harlem fight body cam after video of woman hit by cop stokes outcry. Let's investigate this outcry stoking. Now, we actually have multiple angles of this incident taking place. The first one that we're going to look at was what made it go viral. It was captured on a cell phone, of course. A cell phone filming vertically, which is a crime in itself, and the officers should have turned around and arrested that person also. The doo-doo hole of the East Coast, New York City. NYPD officers were attempting to arrest an attempted murder suspect. That's a sketchy arrest right there, boys. A large brawl then broke out, with people interfering with the arrest of the attempted murderer. One lady runs up and starts shoving an officer. The officer shoves her back and she hits him in the face. Just like the other videos that we looked at, he just straight up reacted. He reacted with a pretty gnarly right hook. After the public outcry, NYPD released the body camera footage. Reports state that at least 3 people were arrested for trying to interfere with this arrest, including the lady who attacked the officer's hand with her face. Surprisingly, I don't see that much angry outcry like the news states. I'm reading the comments on some of the videos on YouTube. Pretty much all I can find are ones like these. Sad we live in a world where people think they can hit police officers with zero consequences. A true gentleman showing his commitment to equal rights. Accountability should be on both sides. You can't just hit cops and not expect to be hit back. I applaud this officer and his journey towards true gender equality. Absolutely justified. Man or woman, you do not put your hands on an officer. They will put you on the ground. So that brings me to the question of the video that I want you guys to have calm, rational discussions about in the comments below. Was this police brutality, or was this, as the internet says, a case of equal rights and lefts? The Miami-Dade PBA president put it this way when the football stadium lady was struck by the officer earlier.
All he was doing was reacting to her actions. He was totally justified.
My birthday is tomorrow, so there's probably not going to be any new videos this weekend. So I want to tell you all right now, have a fantastic day. Now back over to Mom. Can I have an Al Pacino? No, son. We have an Al Pacino at home.
I mean, it looks bad. It certainly looks bad. On the other hand, I also saw that she was explicitly trying to interfere with the arrest. Yeah, and she did shove the officer. I don't know. I don't know. There's a yeah, there's things you could do. There's things you could say about it. I'm very much up in the air with it. But again, it could very well just be that it looks worse. Well, I mean, it's hard not to say it looks worse. You got fucking But again, she did shove the officer. She was interfering with the arrest. I don't know. It's I don't know. Oh, Dios mío. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Tinder date gone wrong.
This is where it GPS my boyfriend's house, and this is where it sent me. I don't know if this is a back road.
That's not a road at all.
Or if it was a back road or something, but I got stuck in it.
Uh-oh.
Why is there such a strong odor of alcohol?
From me, I met him off of Tinder.
Is it your house?
I'm the one that called.
Is it your house?
No,
Oh,
we're in an HOA, homeowners association, and it woke me up because I heard her driving behind our unit.
Can you just talk to my partner real quick?
Okay, so I think it might be best to go through the description to kind of get a sense of what's going on here. On August 13, 2021, Deline, is that how you pronounce her name? Deline, was coming off a 26-hour shift at Memorial Medical Center, or was it 25-hour shift, or maybe 24 hours? It ultimately emerged that Deline was actually coming off of a trip to El Paso, where she had been bar hopping, but she does work a lot. After bar hopping in El Paso, Deline followed her GPS to her Tinder boyfriend's place and ended up driving through multiple backyards before getting her car stuck between two houses.
And let him know, and then I'm going to talk to her. Hey, you okay? You want to have a seat?
This is where my GPS.
You want to have a seat?
Yes.
Go and have a seat.
This is where I GPS my boyfriend.
What's going on?
Oh, God.
This is where I GPS my boyfriend's house. And this is where...
All right, I think we're just going to play some Elden Ring. This is an hour long. I'm just going to play some Elden Ring in the background. This is not a reenactment of how I met Danielle. Danielle's far more responsible than I am. All right.
I don't know if this is...
Have I told anyone how we met? No, I haven't actually told anybody how we met yet. I'm talking to her and you guys, the audience. I have not told you guys how we met, and I don't know if I'm ready to talk about that just yet.
This is a bad
maybe later.
road, or if it was a back road or something, but I got stuck and I asked this lady for help, and I just got off of a 24-hour shift off of Memorial Medical Center.
Where are you coming from right now?
And my house off of...
You okay? Need medical attention or anything?
It's just because she's frustrated.
Okay. Do you need medical attention or anything?
And my boyfriend lives like 3 blocks over, but this is where my GPS sent me.
Where are you coming from right now?
Off of the hospital. I just got off of my 26-hour shift.
What hospital do you work at?
At Memorial Medical Center.
Okay. What do you do over there?
I'm a nurse's assistant.
Okay. And you just got off right now?
Yes, and it's just right there, so I thought it'd be easier for me to come to his house because it's closer. And I asked her for help, and she said...
Hey, do you need medical attention?
No, sir, I'm okay. But she it's just...
Is this your vehicle?
Yes.
Is your driver's license and all that stuff inside the car?
I have her. I have my license in the car.
In the car?
She told me that she thinks that I'm drunk, and I'm not drunk. I'm just tired, and I'm ready for bed, sir. Okay. Like, I worked for 25 hours, almost 26 hours.
What time did you get off work?
I got off work like 30 minutes ago.
What time was that? No, without looking at the clock.
Maybe like 2:30.
Yeah, don't be cheating. Don't be cheating. Looking at the clock.
2:45.
That was more than 30.
Although he hasn't Mirandized her yet, so this may not work for her. I feel like they should have turned off the car by now.
That was way less than 30 minutes ago.
And they told me that they were gonna send me home, so I GPS'd it because
You have a phone number for your supervisor?
I'm new to this. I can text you my supervisor's number because we connect through an app called Tiger Connect.
You don't have a phone number or anything?
No.
How do you spell your first name?
The telephone box and the cable wires.
And she might have done damage to the landscape. We'll have to see. I don't know how she...
I don't know how she did that either.
But did she drive in the back?
Did she really?
Well, how...
Yeah, there's no tire marks going back there.
Yeah, but how did she knock that forward?
Maybe trying to come back? So yeah, the only damage, the wall's not damaged, the landscaping's not damaged.
It's my car that's damaged.
So you guys are good.
Well, no, we want this thing.
I'm gonna contact. Don't worry, I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna contact who I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna contact who I have to contact. It's nothing damaged as far as the home, whatever homeowner association is. So yeah, I don't know how the hell she did not touch anything. Luckily, she didn't get that.
No, I came straight through because they told me to make the right.
Drive back there.
Yes, ma'am. Can you let us do our job? You're good to go. If you didn't see it, okay, then you can do it from across the street. Okay, yes, ma'am. I understand that, but I'm telling you, nothing's damaged.
Stop being an auditor, ma'am, and go over there.
All right, I'm gonna check.
Does she have a private license plate on the front? Does she?
So, yeah, I don't know.
No, it says Honda. It's like a V8. She doesn't have an actual tag on there, but it's not a private license plate.
How? Yes, ma'am. Can you let us do our job? You're good to go. If you didn't see it, okay, then you can do it from across the street.
I'm part of the home.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I understand that, but I'm telling you, nothing's damaged.
We don't know about in the back.
All right, I'm gonna check.
Oh God! Oh God! I'm gonna get copyright strike. Fuck!
Where did she come from?
The cops like, how did this lady end up here?
I still see tire marks. Ah, okay.
Ah, detective work.
Fucking makes sense. She jumped the curb over here. Dude, how the hell?
What fucking sorcery got her through the backyard?
I just started to freak out because she started to freak out telling me that she was going to call the ambulance. I had already called my insurance.
Do you need the ambulance? We can get somebody out here to get you checked out.
I'm just scratched up right here. I called my boyfriend when it happened. I told him I needed him to tow me out. I called my insurance. My insurance said that they would contact you once the police report
they'll do all that stuff.
Yes, correct. So once the police report got submitted, they told me that they would go from there. That's That's what my insurance told me.
Yeah.
So I got put on to the phone with a lady. She told me to lock the doors. This lady was taking pictures of the car. She was taking pictures of everything, saying that I was drunk, which I'm not drunk. Why would I be drunk? No, sir. Why would I be drunk off of a 26-hour shift? Like, I don't understand that.
I don't know. We all work long hours. How long have you been working at MMC?
I've been working there for 4 months.
Been working there for 4 months?
Yes. She was freaking me out. I asked her for help.
I mean, so it could either be that she's drunk or she's so sleep deprived that she was drunk.
She told me, you know what, you're drunk, I'm going to call the cops, I'm going to call this, I'm going to report this, I'm going to report that. And I started crying and I told her, I said, look, I just need you to understand that I just got off of a almost 26-hour shift. I just want to go home. I just want to lay down. This is where my GPS sent me. I don't know if this is a back road.
That's not a road at all.
Anything I told her,
that's not a road at all.
That's not a road at all.
No, I said this
Hey,
is
so check it out. I'm going to read you something, okay?
Okay. I said this is exactly where my GPS sent me. It told me that I'm at the exact address. I called my insurance once it happened. My insurance said that once the police report came through that they would assess the police report and that everything would be assessed the correct way. And then they transferred me back to the lady.
So check it out. These are your Miranda rights, okay? You're not under arrest or anything like
All right, now they're finally giving her Miranda.
like that right now, but I have some questions for you. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer my questions or make...
Dude, so she went all the way from that next street over through the backyard and was trying to exit through right here. There's no damage, to be honest. Just to those wires right there.
Really? That's a perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Didn't she? All this?
No, I think that's dirt. I mean, I think maybe right here. There's a rock missing, obviously. I don't know, probably underneath.
Yeah, okay. Oh, no.
Okay, for real, why have they not shut off the vehicle? I that's actually something I have no idea. Why have they not done that yet? Hurry up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you understand these rights if I explain them to you?
Yes, my boyfriend's right there.
Okay. So having these rights in mind, do you still wish to talk?
Yes.
Or answer any questions? All right.
Yes, sir.
So
of course.
the story, it's kind of not adding up. I just have some questions as far as getting a timeline together. Okay. Right? So what time did you say you got off work?
What time is it right now? I got off for work at like 2:30, 2:35.
Okay. So what time did you go to work?
I got at work I've been at work since yesterday morning at 8 o'clock.
Since yesterday at 8 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's now a 24-hour shift. Okay, so say you go in at 8 o'clock in the morning.
And
what day was that?
At the next day at 8 o'clock.
Okay. Well, it's not even close to 8 o'clock.
It's...
So, right there. So we're not at a 26-hour shift. That's, yeah, I was going to say, maybe that's...
I got in there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
On what day?
Yesterday.
What day was that?
What's today? Wednesday? Tuesday.
Okay, so it's not even close to Tuesday.
We're on Tuesday, right?
We're definitely not on Tuesday.
Yes, we are. Because today is Friday.
Correct. So if you went in on Tuesday morning at 8 a.m., worked 24 hours, and today's Friday.
I work 7 days a week, so I work 3 jobs.
I understand you work a lot.
So where's the other 48 hours in between shifts? What were you doing between that 25-hour shift?
I work Memorial.
When you tell me you work 24 hours, you work 24 hours straight.
I work 7
You say you go in at Tuesday at 8 a.m.
I worked Tuesday from 8 o'clock to 8 a.m. I worked Wednesday from 8 o'clock.
How did she get out?
I have this of her car.
Meanwhile, while this officer's interviewing, the other officer trying to figure out how the fuck did she end up in that spot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No idea. So
she's telling quite a tale.
Yeah. So she went from not this street, but the next one, I guess, and went, like you said, all the way through the backyard.
I know. So yeah.
This is from. There's like a wire box. I'm thinking that's where this is from. That one's obviously from there. It's crazy because like it gets narrow with the bushes, and it didn't really.
Did you take out any of the lands? I have to know because.
Yeah, no. I mean, the only.
The landscaping.
The only way I was able to track it was because the tire, like the grass, was pushed over.
Damaged.
Oh, it's not even damaged. It's just like you can see like fresh prints.
Okay.
So yeah, it's crazy. We'll get you a case number for sure.
I'll be honest.
What did she tell you?
Oh.
Big old
story. I've been working for 24 hours at Memorial, and I'm the bad guy because
you called.
Well, she claims she called. I said, I don't trust you. I went to my home, got my phone. All of a sudden, then she thought she better call.
Oh, okay.
So I called. She was calling you at the same time I called.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't.
See, I thought someone else was breaking in behind
So I
us.
got up to work.
So I got out. I turned on my back porch light.
Over here. I gassed up and then I came over here. And then once I hit my GPS, and it hit me right over here.
Okay.
And once I hit over here, it told me you have arrived at your destination.
Okay.
Which I knew it wasn't my
But
destination.
that doesn't answer the question that I just asked you. Answer the question that I just asked you.
Which is, what time did I go home and change? So I got off. I went home and changed.
Okay, so now you went home and changed, then went to
And
the gas
then I
station.
went and gassed up, yes.
Okay.
Because I followed the exact same road. The Pickwick off of University, once I hit the Pickwick off of University, I gassed up. You can see my Wells Fargo. I can show you everything. It'll show you that I gassed up over there.
Yeah.
And then once I hit there, I hit my GPS because I have no idea where he lives.
Okay.
I met him off of Tinder. It's new. It's fresh.
Okay. How long you guys been dating?
Barely know him. We've been dating for 2 months.
Okay. So my question is.
I hit my GPS.
My question is
confirm.
why do you smell? Why is there such a strong odor of alcohol coming from you? If you say you didn't drink.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
From me?
Your timeline is completely off. To be at work, home changed, go get gas, all the way back on this side of town when you're going off of Solano, back in here in less than 30 minutes.
In less than 30 minutes? That is no.
That's not correct?
No, because I have it right here, sir.
So, can you explain to me at what point? What'd you do when you get home?
I got home. I have 2 dogs.
Okay.
So I fed my dogs. I changed into these clothes. I got into my vehicle. I was drinking in these clothes last night because last night was my only day off.
Okay.
I was drinking in these clothes last night.
Yes, last night I got drunker than Cooter Brown.
What day was last night?
Last night was Thursday.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I got drunker than
Okay, so you weren't working 24 hours. If you were working last night.
At what time did I get home last night? Let me see, because I texted my friend last night.
Okay. So,
message failed.
Would you be willing to submit to a field sobriety test? Just to
I
make
would.
Sure? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Of course.
Let's go ahead and hop up real quick and we'll get that taken care of, okay? All right. Let's walk.
I don't know what that means. I've never heard.
Right over here.
Okay.
He said drunker than Cooter Brown. I have no idea what that means.
We'll walk up on the driveway.
Up here? Okay.
All right, let's turn away from the lights. You can face me.
Face you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to check I'm just going to check your eyes, okay?
Okay.
So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you focus on this stimulus right here to the tip of my pin. I'm going to move it side to side, but while doing so, you're going to move and follow it with your eyes, keeping your head still. You understand?
Okay.
I don't fucking know.
I just lost the little one that goes on my shoulder.
So I got up from work and
So I got out. I turned on my back porch light to see what was happening, because that's how loud it was.
When she hit these, or when she was going through?
I don't know. All I know is my bedroom is back there, in my bed. So I heard crunch, 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 loud crunch.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, it sounds like someone's driving behind us.
Yeah.
So that's why I got up and found her stuck here. There was a GPS code. This is how she came.
It's wild how narrow it gets back there.
Yes.
And, you know, like, and big old rocks, you know, like.
Well, I just think she's incapacitated. I could smell alcohol.
You could smell alcohol?
Yeah.
I haven't got that close, so.
I said, honey, this is obviously not a road.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, to be honest, it's not what I thought. I thought it was a burglary. I thought someone was trying to break in and take stuff. And I thought, oh, wow. Okay, we'll see. I just thought she had to have something wrong with her.
No, I haven't seen that, Sean. It's been a while since I saw Reno 911.
Well, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize something's wrong here.
Oh, this is Las Cruces, New Mexico?
Okay.
All right. I figured. Well, I figured because Real World Police gets a lot of body cam footage from Las Cruces.
Continue to look at the pin, okay? You can blink your eyes.
I have contacts on if you can't tell.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ready?
go ahead.
Off-Broadway dance routines. Nice. She see some of the drunks we have in Bakersfield? Bet.
One more.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to go up, okay?
Okay.
Remember, keep your head pointed still or straight and follow it with your eyes only.
Okay.
So this next one, you can sit right there. So this next one's going to be the walk and turn test, okay? So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to demonstrate first, and then I'll explain. I'll explain, and then I'll demonstrate, okay?
Go for it.
So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you imagine a straight line in front of you.
Okay.
What you're going to do is you're going to place your left foot on that line, placing your right foot in front, touching heel to toe with your arms down by your side.
And good thing that she didn't hit their house.
Yeah.
Which ironically, the association is still responsible for the exterior of the building.
Really? Oh, okay.
Oh my fucking god, she's going into the intricacies of the HOA bylaws and shit. I don't fucking care.
Is the association.
Well, that's cool.
And then from the stuff, from inside the stuff outside.
That's pretty cool because you get damage from hail. They're the ones that'll fix it.
Yes.
And so I take it they also do the contract the people for the landscape.
Oh god, I'm off for live stream for false police scammers almost every night. Oh wow. Chili's going on about tech lines versus Danforth and selling his trifold because he's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to tech lines versus Danforth.
Keeping? Yep. That's nice. No wonder you guys have nice grass.
Do you guys contact utilities?
Yeah, we'll contact the utility company and let them know about that.
Appreciate that.
So.
I'm dumb. Is that cable or is that electrical?
I want to say it's probably phone.
Phone?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. It's probably the phone line.
Gonna hire a lawyer, and I'm like,
doubt if she did any damage to the wall.
okay, you go hire your lawyer, and I'm gonna work with pro se litigants, and I'm gonna do my own paperwork, and I'm gonna work with people who study like I do. So let me try to stay focused. What's going on? What is going on? Right? So what's going
I'm banned from his chat on both accounts, so I can't really talk.
on, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? So.
All right, that was great.
So all you dunce cap lawyers who didn't do, so what do I do? You know, let's go back. Let me take a couple steps back.
You file frivolous lawsuits on behalf of people, even though you don't have the ability to do so because you're not a lawyer.
When I started social media, I had built a big, huge wall. I built this big wall, and on the wall was a bunch of education, right? That's what I did. That's how you guys know about me, because I put a bunch of education on the wall, but then I didn't say, let's take a look at Terry versus Ohio. What I said was, let's take a look at the history, the culture, the reason why Terry versus Ohio happened. Let's do that. And so that's what I did with Teschlines versus Danforth. I said, well, who was the judge that wrote Teschlines versus Danforth? And, you know, by the way, you're just a Mississippi Supreme Court justice. That's all you are, right? All you people out there throwing peanuts from the peanut gallery who say, I have a law degree. Meanwhile, Virgil Griffith was a Mississippi.
You sound very mad. You get very defensive when people who have actual law degrees call you out on your bullshit.
Supreme Court justice who wrote books on the law, that his books were used as the standard for law. If you quoted his name, I'm not gonna ruin the video for you. You can quote Virgil Griffith's name. Let me just put it to you like that. In the courtroom, when you're going through the process of law, right? The guy who wrote the holding for Teschlines versus Danforth, if you invoke his name, the court shudders, because he was an absolute and total game changer. His name was Virgil Griffith. He died in 1954. You're going to get a whole backlog of Virgil in about 10 minutes here. So which were the attorneys who said you couldn't use Teschline to stop behind a cop to get out and film him? Which were the attorneys?
What attorneys did say that? I don't even know who he's talking about.
Who were they? Who were they? I can't see. Who are the attorneys that said, who were those attorneys? Who were they? Who were they? Who are the attorneys that said you couldn't use Teschlines versus Danforth? Who said that? Did you research the case and research the man who wrote the holding and what the constitutionality of the law actually is? Did you? Did you? Because I did. I did the work. You lazy lawyers who make videos. I make a video about Chile and look, he used this case, Teschlines versus Danforth. If you guys don't have my trifold, you definitely want to have my trifold, especially after you hear this.
Why is he so mad? He's so mad right now.
Because Teschlines versus Danforth was written by an absolute legal legend who's going to equate, like I've always said, your right to stop when you feel necessary. And that my necessary is what? I'm a member of the press. My necessary is to stop and
no, you're not.
Film the cops. Now you may not be like me. It might be your cousin, your brother, your best friend, your lover, your sister, whoever it is that is stopped by the police on the highway, and you want to pull behind them and film the interaction to make sure your loved one is safe. Teschlines versus Danforth. You have the right to stop and film them when you find it necessary. Okay. And you guys are going to see the actual validity of the holding, and you're going to see the power of the constitutionality of the case. I mean, I spent more than 12 hours. Zayner could tell me, because Zayner slept for 8 hours straight, which
his poker
was
tells he laughs when he speaks.
Working. Zane. Because then I just worked. Actually, Zane slept for 8 hours, and I just worked on this. And then I worked on it until 5:30 in the morning. And of course, YouTube automatically demonetized my videos Thank you so much, YouTube. I really appreciate it.
You're very, very salty that you lost part of your revenue stream, aren't you?
Really appreciate it, YouTube. You know, while I'm having this, you know, thank you, YouTube, for demonetizing a video that's about a Mississippi Supreme Court justice and Tesh Lines versus Danforth. I appreciate that, YouTube.
The reason why a lot of lawyers reference Tech Lines versus Danforth is usually involving because a lot of right to travel people cite it, even though they don't realize that it actually confirms the state's ability to regulate state laws regarding the right to travel as part of the state's police powers.
Thank you so much. Demonetize my video. And by the way, you guys, so what I'm doing now, I'm making a series of short little 10-minute videos that are family friendly that I can share, that you can share with.
Well, you know why he wants to make these 10-minute family friendly videos is because the YouTube algorithm prefers 10-minute videos and also prefers family friendly, because those can be monetized.
With family and friends and Charlie, come here. Come over here. Charlie, sit.
I feel so bad for the dog.
Charlie, sit. What'd I say, buddy? What'd I say? Charlie, come over here. Come right here. Come right here. Get up there. Up there, buddy. What are you doing? Hi, guys. He can get a little aggressive with little kids, but sometimes he's great with them. Let me see. You don't be.
Why are you using a child as a guinea pig?
Don't be afraid. You can pet him. He's nice.
Stop that.
He's nice. He's just gonna smell you. You can pet him. Go ahead. He looks like he's not mad at you. There's some. You can't stop on the freeway and record police. Well, dunce cap. You didn't do the research, did you? Who's Virgil? Who's Virgil? Who is it? Who's Virgil? Who's Virgil? Who is it? Who's Virgil? Who's Virgil? He's a titan. You passed the bar. You're making $100K a year. Limiting your caseload to make sure that your retainer covers your lifestyle, and then you get rid of the case as quick as you can. Don't you, counselor? Don't you? You couldn't put any extra hours into anybody else's case. You don't really help anybody. You only went to law school and passed the bar for yourself because you're selfish. It's about you getting in the top 1%. Then you see me, a guy who's an agent of change that's teaching people how to flex their rights.
An agent of change?
And you make a video about my product, which causes me financial harm. And then in the video, you
make a video about your product that causes you financial harm, so what? You know, they're called reviews, right?
You mislead people because you think you passed the bar and it makes you smart, but you didn't write any books or create 2 decades of jurisprudence, did you? But Virgil did, didn't he? Yes.
I don't know who this Virgil is, but he clearly got underneath Chili's skin.
So he wrote a book that people still read to this day that's still the standard. Who are you? Who are you? He wrote that you have the right to stop on the freeway. It's a constitutional right founded in the very fabric of our Constitution. I would gladly pull behind a cop and get arrested and take Virgil's argument to the courtroom and get certiorari and get it to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court could then validate Virgil Griffith's words that you have a constitutional right to stop when you travel.
I'm trying to actually get the case Tech Lines, but it's not actually on Lexus for some reason. What the hell?
So do me a favor, everybody. Hit the like button and make sure you go to Delete Laws and get that trifold. It's only $5. You can print it out yourself. You should know every single Supreme.
I thought it was free to print out. Am I misremembering? I could have sworn he said it was free to download and print yourself. But then if you wanted it laminated, then you'd have to send it. Then you have to pay for it. I could have sworn it was free, right? Okay, so that's changed now. That's what I thought.
Supreme Court law on that piece of paper. You should know it backwards and forward, and naysayers be damned. Because obviously, when you see the video coming out in, let me see. When you see the video coming out in 6 minutes. 6 minutes till Wapner. Oh, I know that, dunce cap. But I'm sorry. Let me rephrase it. I didn't mean to call you a dunce cap. Okay, I know that. See, a different YouTuber. But Techline's case is not a Supreme Court ruling. Okay, a different YouTuber. I would gladly take the argument that
It is true. It's a Mississippi Supreme Court case.
Virgil Griffith writes in the majority holding of the Mississippi Supreme Court, considering he's a titan and you are not, and neither am I, I'm just a dude, right? Who wrote books on the law where his name is quoted in courtrooms, who wrote that your right to be able to stop is fundamental to your right to be able to travel. You may get arrested for stopping and filming a cop, but when you quote Teshlines versus Danforth, then when you do go to court, all you do is quote Virgil's unanimous holding, majority holding in Teshlines versus Danforth. That's how it works. Case precedent in America is case precedent. Those judges would have to deny that you have an inherent right to travel. See, you didn't read the holding, a different YouTuber. It's so funny. I put on the end of this video, by the way, I put on the end of this video a little clip for him, for people like a different YouTuber. When you actually, no, I'm not gonna blow it for you guys. I want you guys to, I put a little tiny clip at the end. It's only like, because I see these people who put little clips of funny stuff in there, so I threw a little funny thing in the very end. And it's for a different YouTuber. When it says, when I just asked the question, can you read? Because if you read the majority holding, you're gonna find out that I don't think a judge in America would disagree with Virgil's holding that you have a constitutional right to stop in the United States of America. So I don't think there's a judge in America who's gonna, 4 minutes till Wapner, 4 minutes till Wapner, 4 minutes till Wapner, 4 minutes till Wapner. By the way, guys, this is a family-friendly video that's coming out that you guys can share with your best friend. You can share this with everybody. This doesn't have any curse words in it. This is only educational. This is only educational. So, oh man, you see that? I made that thumbnail. And they have an ad. You see that? Ad suitability. Do you see that? It's about a Supreme Court justice from Mississippi.
Yeah. Okay.
You have an ad suitability warning. Ridiculous. So listen, can I get a list? Did you make fun of my Teshlines versus Danforth holding, using that to be able to stop and film cops? I want a list. I want people to make a...
Yeah, because he calls it Teshlines. I call it Tech Lines because that's how I've always had it in my head. I don't know which one's right. In Tech Lines, it involved the state statute in Mississippi that says that reads, upon any highway outside of a business or residence district, no person shall stop, park, or leave standing any vehicle, whether attended or unattended, upon the paved or improved or main traveled part of a highway when it is practical to stop, park, or leave such vehicle off a highway of such part of said highway, but in every event a clear and unobstructed width of at least 20 feet of such part of the highway opposite such standing vehicle shall be left free for the free passage of other vehicles, and a clear view of such stopped vehicle be available from a distance of 200 feet in each section upon the highway. This section shall not apply to the driver of any vehicle which is disabled while on the paved or improved main portion of the highway in such a manner to an extent that it is impossible to avoid stopping or temporarily leaving such vehicle in position. Basically, you can't, what it sounds like the statute saying you can't just stop your car in the middle of the highway, right? Unless you have given enough wide berth to allow people to allow the free flow of traffic to go on. The issue was an interpretation of that statute. And I'm looking at this. Part of it dealt with jury instructions. The facts so far as material to the point to which we confine this opinion decision are that the appellant is an authorized carrier of passengers by motor bus. Now, the occasion in question stopped its bus to let off a passenger in pursuance of established custom and duty in such cases. The pavement of the highway was 20 feet wide, and according to the overwhelming weight of evidence, the shoulders on each side were over 3.5 feet wide, making a total width of 27 feet. The stop was made about halfway down an incline about 1,100 feet long. The bus is 8 feet wide, so that when some room was left to the passenger to alight on the shoulder and not in the ditch, it was impossible to leave 20 feet clearance opposite the bus. While the passenger was making his way out of the bus, Apelli's decedent ran into the rear of the bus and suffered injuries when he died. So a bus stopped in the middle of the roadway to let off a passenger. Somebody was driving behind, didn't see, I guess they didn't see the bus, crashed into the rear of the bus and died. And so the estate, I assume, sued the bus company. And that's where we're at now here. The trial court granted appellees the following instructions. The court instructs the jury for the plaintiffs that if you believe from the testimony in the case that the bus of the defendant was stopped upon the paved or improved or main travel part of Highway 11, not in an emergency at a time and place in such a way as to not leave a clear and unobstructed width of at least 20 feet of such part of the opposite highway, that such standing bus or vehicle, then such stopping of said bus or vehicle at such time and place and under such condition, if you believe it was so parked, was a violation of the law and negligence, and if you further believe from the testimony that such negligence, if any, proximately caused or contributed to the injury and death of the deceased, then the defendant is liable, and it is your duty to find and return a verdict for the plaintiffs. The quoted instruction, that end quote. That's the end of the jury instructions for the trial court. Quoted instruction, as may be readily seen, amounts to a peremptory charge in favor of the plaintiff. Tells the jury that if less than 20 feet clearance was left by the bus, this was negligence. The instruction did not permit the jury to say whether it was possible or practical to leave that much, and as a matter of fact, by the overwhelming evidence, as already stated, it was not even possible, much less practical. It did not permit the jury to say whether the bus was stopped as far to the right as on the highway as possible, and at the time safe, considering the high degree of care to which the bus driver owed to the passengers, including the one that was about to alight, exit the vehicle. So I'll probably have to read this more, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to leave you guys bored and hanging. But this dealt with the part and parcel with the jury instruction given at the trial level. It had nothing to do with whether or not you could stop your vehicle to record police. It has nothing to do with what Tilly's trying to say here.
Of every single dunce cap who doesn't do actual culture.
I see a Justice Griffith giving the opinion of the court. I don't know what his first name is.
Research, not just legal research. Remember, when I correlated the prison industry with the lynching industry, my videos went viral, million views on TikTok. Because I correlate bigger aspects of history to understand how the rule of law is supposed to be upheld in our country. You got to dig deeper.
So the author of the opinion, his backstory has nothing to do with the law, the application of the law, though. Very well, very well versed, very highly respected members of the judiciary in the United States can be wrong as well. It's not impossible.
So
you don't have to go through it. This justice wrote 20 books, therefore he must be right. But even then, what they talking about has nothing to do with your fucking claim.
And you guys on this channel, we're only going to go over legal things and the change. And by the way, you guys, the future's so bright, you have no idea. I know there's been some difficult times here, but I'm building some stuff. I'm actually building the models to show you guys how things actually work. 2 minutes till Wapner. What's up, BC Transparency? Tommy 22. 6-7 hours of research. So, I'm talking about 18 hours from the time Zane went to sleep yesterday at 2 o'clock.
Doing 7 hours of research had nothing to do with reading the actual fucking case. And how are you going to apply the facts and the law of that case to your claim about being allowed to stop on a highway to record police?
Until 5:30 in the morning. That's how long I worked on this video and researched understanding who Virgil Griffith was and what his words would mean and why other judges would respect his words and certainly not try to override his jurisprudence. I don't think.
I don't know if he knows this, but I don't think he realizes that courts weigh the background and history of the author of the opinion as far as whether or not they're correct, or at least they're not supposed to. That's not how it's supposed to work. The weight is supposed to be given upon you know, the actual application of the facts, application of the law to the facts at hand, whether it's properly cited, whether it's logical, rational, coherent. That's nothing to do with his history.
I think that you're a smart enough lawyer as you do your family practice in Nebraska, or you're doing your estate planning over there in Connecticut. I'm glad that you're a good lawyer. I'm glad you're making a good living, that you got yourself in the top 5% or 2% or wherever you want to be financially, because that's what you care the most about. You know, but really, let's see if you know as much as Virgil.
He sounds so mad.
This is, anybody make a video about my trifold and say that Techline versus Danforth is bullshit? Who did that? Who did that? Who were you?
I think Blue Bacon, didn't Blue Bacon and Paul Carroll do that?
You're just some idiot YouTuber who doesn't do any research on anything. Who was Virgil Griffith and why was his words matter? How come other judges would say, you know what, I'm not going to...
What you're assuming other judges would say that, you're assuming that other judges would defer to Virgil Griffith based purely upon his name.
Go against Virgil's words on that one, on the constitutionality of law. How come? Anybody? Anybody? You guys hit the like button. Everybody real quick, before you go to this other... out. We got about... it'll do a countdown for us. But this video you can show to your kids. Oh, to see in the comments. Little disclaimer here. He's known as Virgil F. Griffith and Virgil.
All right, I'm not even gonna watch this fucking premiere. Let's go back to the drunk lady.
To the waterhead that's probably in that underneath.
See that green?
Well, there's something sticking out right there, like pushed into the grill. So, but once we get the vehicle out of there, then we'll be able to see. Yeah, okay. Make the right. We'll let Central know, and they'll make the contacts with the electric company, and so.
Yeah. She was an amazing amount of noise for about 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it's a little. Yeah, I may not even heard her drive back there because I think I would have seen her headlights to my windows.
Yeah.
But I heard something.
Oh boy.
So what's under the concrete? Is that the electrical under there?
Well, I don't know if it's electrical or water. I was thinking maybe because water usually has a little plate, but that's all new. Yeah, almost.
All new.
Can we get a 46 started search one? Thank you, ma'am.
Send me everything so you took a picture of, and I'll do it. Huh? This is my district.
Can you
I stepped
do the
out.
Toshi?
Yeah. I stepped out.
So.
Thomas EG1, Virgil Alexis Griffith, August 10, 1874 to August 5, 1953, was a Justice of the Supreme Court of Mississippi from 1928 to 1949, serving as Chief Justice from 1948 to 1949. So he didn't even get his middle name right. He said his middle name started with an F, and his middle name was Alexis.
She didn't just come from a 24-hour shift, right?
No, she said that she's not gonna lie. She's like a weird word. Monkey drunk. I don't know. She said it was some weird word. Drunk last night. Yes, last night I got drunker than Cooter Brown.
What?
Stop.
8. I was like, y'all can feel the screen, my dear.
Oh, you're fine. You can actually stop.
I was like, y'all can feel the screw in this knee.
Right, so,
I don't have very good balance in this knee whatsoever.
Okay, so this last test is we're just going to have you stand on one foot. That's it.
Okay.
For approximately 30 seconds, okay?
Okay.
Now I need you to spread your cheeks and lick your sack.
So what I'm going to have you do is touch with your feet together and your arms down by your side. Stay in the position until I tell you to begin the test. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when I tell you to begin, you're going to lift a leg of your choice, either leg, raise it approximately 6 inches above the ground. While doing so, You're going to look down at your elevated foot. You're going to keep your arms down by your side. And you're going to count out in the following manner: 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. Okay? While doing so, you're not going to put your foot down until you have completed the test.
Yes.
Okay? Hold on, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and begin when you're ready.
Ready? 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006.
Keep your arms down by your side.
1008, 1009, 1010.
Approximately 6 inches above the ground.
1013, 1014, 1015, 1016, 1017, 1018, 1019, 1020, 1021, 1022.
Alright, do me a favor, go and face your vehicle real quick. Just place your hands behind your back. Right now you're going to be under arrest for driving while under the influence of drug or alcohol. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's walk this way, okay?
Okay.
93600, female 15.
Right there. My unit? Oh, my car's right there.
That's right. It's right here.
So mine's right there.
I think we all know where your car is at, lady.
You should just have something in her back pocket.
I have my phone in my back pocket, sir. So I have my vape and my chapstick. This one. Yes, sir.
Go ahead and have a seat for me. Did we figure out how it happened?
Yeah, so that next street over,
she
went all the way through.
What?
What did she say? She was drunk as a what?
Nah, she didn't say she was drunk. She was tired because she worked. Oh, I don't know. I heard her say something, but I didn't understand her. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
That's crazy.
Alright, I'm gonna start raging in Elden Ring.
Wow. Surprised she even made that turn.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Alright. Well, I'm going to be busy for the next 4 hours.
Do it.
Guess who's going home 4 times now?
Ha!
93600. 1019 West with a female 15 starting on 0.
Is my car gonna be impounded?
Yes, it's going to be towed.
Okay, thank you.
The booking, or I'm sorry, the tow paperwork, you'll get a copy of it so you know where to pick it up.
Will I be able to get a phone call?
You can log in.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
When you get to the detention center, they'll give you a phone call.
Do you approximately know how much my bill is going to be?
So you'll have to see a judge in the morning. And it'll be a couple hours.
Okay. Will I be able to use the restroom?
Yes.
I won't be in with anybody else, will I?
No, you'll more likely be by yourself. No, you can sit up.
Sorry, I've never been handcuffed or anything. We're
Only 22? Alright. But
What will happen if I don't want nobody to get called?
you don't have to call anybody.
I don't have to?
No?
Okay.
That's your choice.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm really tired.
I know. I know those long shifts suck.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever been back in a cop car.
Well, hopefully it's the last time.
Yeah. Well, I promise you it'll be the last time you ever see me. No lie, I was at a week in El Paso. I came back. My friend told me to go to Whiskey Day, so I went to Whiskey Day with him. And then from Whiskey Day to Rad's. And then from Rad's, I dropped him off and went to the house and changed. And then my boyfriend texted me asking me to go his house. And I went to his house.
Bear in mind, she's Mirandized.
I still don't know my way around.
It's a lot of bars.
The only place I've ever, like, I have to say, the only houses I've ever been to was Reagan. And that's just because my friend on Melissa lives there. And she has a 2-year-old. Costing almost $1,900 a down payment.
Holy cow.
Elden Ring's not even work. Elden Ring isn't even running, so forget it.
It's ridiculous.
Because I have my dog, which is $45 pet rent. And then it's $875 for regular rent. And then I have my internet and my electricity.
Wow.
She's talking about her regular bills now.
It's a lot. Here right now. So when she gets here, you can use the restroom, okay?
Okay, I'll have to do a strip search then, correct?
No.
No? I'm preparing myself for a strip search.
Nope, not here. So we'll be here for a little while, just to do all the paperwork.
Okay.
And then I'll take you to, you got to go to the hospital. But we can go to Mountain View. Okay. That's easier.
Not a problem.
Okay. Like I said, when we get inside, I'll just do the one handcuff, okay?
No, you're good. I'm not gonna, like, run or anything. Don't worry. Also, I work at the hospital. Don't worry, I'm not gonna run.
I guess a couple years ago we had some deal go down where now in policy, we have to have them handcuffed, but...
No, I totally understand. No, you're good. I work with you guys all the time at Memorial, so it's not a problem. We had border patrol there for like 4 days. Oh, I gotta pee. Also, I can hold it, but you're good.
Maybe that second door on the left over there. This one, I'm sorry. Right.
But you said left.
Way left. And you can just go to the left if you want. This one right here?
Okay. Can I go to the restroom?
Yeah, like I said, she's on her way right now. Okay. So when she gets here, I'll let you go, okay?
Okay.
Alright, just go and have a seat for me.
Okay.
That one's off the side. Yeah, like I said, when she gets, it sounds like she's on her way already, so.
Okay, thank you.
Shouldn't be long.
Do you happen to know Mr. Hodges?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him too. I dated him for a couple months.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
He's a good guy.
We met at the gym.
Oh.
Yeah, we both work out with, what's his name?
What gym is that?
Yeah, they own it now, but the previous owner.
Oh.
Yeah, we used to work out with, or he used to train me actually. I used to train to be a bodybuilder, a bikini competitor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then COVID hit and, you know, all of that shit was crap.
I think COVID kind of ruined everything.
Well, now we have 17 patients in the hospital, and once we hit 20, we'll actually stop visitors.
Really?
So nobody can actually go, like, no visitors can go in and see nobody whatsoever. And everybody that is not vaccinated has to wear K95.
Jeez.
Okay.
All of our COVID patients are on the ICU floor as far as I'm concerned as of today. And then we'll get transferred up to the medical surgical unit where I work. And you said I didn't have to contact anyone, right? Okay, perfect.
Not if you don't want to.
Not a problem. Do you think I'll be out by 8 o'clock tomorrow night? Because I have work tomorrow at 8 o'clock tonight. Or 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Probably.
Yeah, no, because I work from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. tomorrow. I was like, if not, would I be able to contact my boss and let her know?
I used to train to be a bodybuilder and a bikini competitor.
I know you gotta go. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. It's not your fault. It's like, I have a clean record. You can look at it again. Sorry.
Obviously.
Like I said, I'm sorry this happened. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. I called my boyfriend right away. He came from work. He got off of work from the correctional facility. He told his boss.
The good news is nobody was hurt. And unfortunately, some of these things could end up a lot worse, but
I didn't say I was. I said she was, or that she claims to be.
Get it taken care of, depending on you if you want to get a lawyer or not. And so this is only what you're being booked on tonight.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, you're still going to have your day in court before it's even shown up on your record or anything like that.
Correct. No, I totally understand. You guys are doing what you have to do, you know? That's why I don't refuse, I don't ever argue, I want nothing. You know what I mean? My grandfather was Raul Atechi, who was the head of police department for the state of police in Deming for years. And my auntie is still the head of the state police department over there in Deming. You know, I know how it goes, you know. Deming, Randall, you know, around a couple parts, to be honest with you. My family is very, very into the, how would I say it? The regular police department. Because my auntie Sonia actually runs the, what do you call it?
Okay, I can't listen to this anymore. Largely because I can feel myself. I'm pretty buzzed right now. Actually, I'm probably more than buzzed. Wait, did Sheepdog get arrested again?
Who remembers Jack Miller's headbutt? It also brought us lots of screams. And today, with him sitting in Bexar County Jail, we have an opportunity to relive those events.
Across the street. Step across the street. Get away from me. Get away from me. I believe you hanging. Back up. From me. Back up. Hey, we checked the parking lot and it's clear. Ah! Motherfucker! You don't, I'm not resisting. You don't have to twist my arm like that. You don't have to twist my arm like that. That's a fake. It's a toy. Look at it. It's a toy.
So he was open carrying with a fake firearm.
Use two cups. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What's he under arrest for? I'm not even pulling nothing. Please use two cups. You're gonna injure my shoulder more. Back up on the other side of the street. I need EMS. They're on the call. Call EMS. Call EMS. Call 911. Y'all back up. Back up to the other bush over there. Back up to the other bush over there. I'm backing up. Back up to the other bush. I'll tell you again. Back up to the other bush. Back up. I'm moving. I can't go. I'm walking. I'm walking. Back up over here. Back up by the bush. Back up over there. How far? How far, Valenciano? By that blue Suburban behind you. You said the bush. I'm not going behind you. Back up. You're going to go behind it. Back up. Sparkdale County Sheriff Department.
What is he? Dude, calm down. Why is he right? Why is he so mad? Yeah, can I get dancing frogs in the chat, guys? Shout out to the Frog channel for this. So can I get some dancing frogs in the chat?
Back up. Back up. Back up. Joanna! Joanna! Back up.
You broke my fucking shoulder.
Back up.
I can't feel my fucking shoulder. I almost heart. I can't. Chief! Hey, I can't feel my fucking arm. I have an MRI in 2 days for my fucking shoulder.
Then why the fuck are you doing this?
I'm not gonna do anything. Can you please take the cuff off? My neck is so hurt. Can you hear this? I need to show my car now.
You just headbutted me in the face.
Let go of the shoulder, please. No. Fuck!
What is it? It's you know, they always have a bad shoulder, a bad wrist. They had reconstructive surgery. I got a bad hip. I got a bad hand. I got a bad arm. You know, this could be a bingo. It is a bingo slot.
And there went Jack that day. Now on that day, in February 2020.
Oh, so this is 2 years. Oh, this is more than 2 years ago. So he's got resisting, disorderly conduct, obstructing a passageway, assaulted a police officer.
Picked up 4 charges, as you can see on screen, including assault on a peace officer. Now I understand a trial has been held, and 3 of the cases are shown as closed. However, one shows Jack in jail.
Oh.
Now, I understand Jack was picked up on a warrant out of Olmos Park relating to this incident at approximately 2:30 this morning.
Oh.
He saw the magistrate around 6:20 and bond was set at $5,000. Now I understand he will make that bond. However, it's the bond conditions that are the killer. Let's quickly look at the case. You can see this has a case status date at the 16th of August.
Mm-hmm. Sent to the appellate division, so he's trying to appeal. He was fined $1,000, court cost of $325.
And it's been
he went to a jury trial and was found guilty.
Sent to appeal. He was fined $1,000 and $325 court costs.
And he was sentenced to probation and a fine.
And there was also a probation term. And it would appear this probation term is what he's breached. And the good bit, the bond conditions. This is a weird one because we have to go from the bottom up. You'll see his pre-trial supervision was terminated on the 31st of August. A warrant was issued and the bond increased. And the bond set for $5,000. I'm uncertain what the next 2 entries are, but they look like bond increases on another case. So he was released on bond. However, he has to do the following. Drug and alcohol tests, weekly reporting. That's going to be difficult for Jack with his alcoholism. GPS, full house arrest.
Oh.
Now it does say special condition bond, and that may well be.
So warrant executed, offender record sent to Vine, charge record sent to Vine, special condition bond. He has a GPS full house arrest, drug and alcohol test with reporting, bond made. So he's on house arrest as part of his bail, as part of his bond conditions.
The GPS and the drug and alcohol tests. We'll wait and see. Happy Labor Day weekend for Jack. His arrest video has just been posted, so let's look.
Oh, so we have the arrest video. Oh, shout out to Frog. The Frog, man. Shout out to this guy.
Here, I got a warrant for resisting. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll put 2 ankles on. Like that. Grab your gun here and like that right there. warrant for resisting arrest? Yes, sir.
A warrant.
Yeah. At a homeless park? Well, it's out of Bear County, so yeah, that's the talk to you.
I think so, Richard.
It's almost park.
Are you serious?
Yes. That's what I'm on appeal on right now. Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, this guy's back, guys. He's back.
Here's the terrorist information that Deputy Ramirez,
Good old you have rights, cops have duties is back again.
a public service agent, Ricardo Ramirez, he put this on my automobile windshield wiper. He picked up my windshield wiper and then he put this paper there. He set it down. I hadn't committed any crime. I yelled at a public service agent about the pile of shit workers and the pile of shit employees and the pile of shit agents and their performances, and then they put a TPO out on. They put a TPO for the public service agent for her private gain, so that.
I mean, how? I mean, I don't even know about the legality of a sheriff's deputy being able to put a TPO on somebody. I mean, I think it's possible, but how fucked up do you got to be of a human to get it for a judge to authorize a TPO of a deputy on a private citizen? That means you probably harassing this person for a very long time.
I couldn't protest and let these public servants know exactly how I feel about their services that they're not providing, that they're being dumb about, and I think they're piles of shit. And I protested, and they put a temporary restraining order, which is an injunction against me. I went down there. I went down to the public building, which I have a right to be at the public building. I have the right to protest. I have the right to let the public workers know how I feel about them. They put a temporary restraining order against me so that I couldn't go to the public building, and so that I couldn't yell at my public service agents that are bad, rogue, dumb shits. They're rogue public service agents. They're in violation of 5 CFR 2635.101.
Oh, yeah, this is also why I wanted to showcase this. This guy, and you're going to see this in a bit. Most of these videos are like between 3, 5, 7 minutes long. He thinks that the sheriff's deputy, as well as the deputy attorney generals or district attorneys, whoever they are, what they're called in Nevada, he thinks that they're federal employees. And you'll see that here in a bit.
Basic obligations of public service. They've broken the trust, and I don't like them, and I let them know. And this is just this is an injunction against me for no crime, and it's hindering my ability to protest and to seek redressal of my grievances. This is bullshit.
Don't worry. Hold on.
All right, here's my lawful documentations, my lawful notices to myself and to others. This is my briefcase here. Keep things in it like my Constitution. the United States Constitution and other American documents. Right here is 5 CFR 2635.101, basic obligation of public service.
If you don't know, 5 CFR is the Code of Federal Regulations. Federal, not Nevada.
Public service is a public trust. Each employee has a responsibility to the United States government and its citizens to place loyalty to the Constitution, laws, and ethical principles above private gain. To ensure that every citizen can have complete confidence in the integrity of the federal government, each employee shall respect and adhere to the principles of ethical conduct set forth in this section, as well as supplemental agency regulations. And you know, right here I have let's see, Nevada.
Okay, so now we're going back to state.
Commission on Ethics, Code of Ethical Standards. One should be trying to line agents to the, and the usages of the public services. That's what they're doing. Office, I can't redress my grievances. I can't tell them how I feel. Expressed ideas, but I don't give a fuck what they like. I got my expressed ideas, and I'm gonna express it. Now, this is the use of county services, which is a TPO.
So he's mad he got served with a TPO.
That's supposed to keep criminals that have committed a crime away from the victim. They should not be in placing injunctions against people who have not committed crimes.
I haven't seen Popo's new video though.
County workers, County Commission on Ethics, a public, and those of general public whom he serves.
I haven't seen this one. Hold on.
You know,
eat my ass, you liberal Yankee whore.
Not a fucking American. You're a fee-paying customer, you piece of shit. Fucking walking around acting like, oh, I'm an American. I'm an American. No, you flag-waving fucking piece of shit. You're not a fucking American. You're a fucking fee-paying customer. Pay all the fucking fees.
You fucking idiot, man. He's so mad all the time. I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he did. I have no fucking clue. I've got no fucking clue. Oh, who got guilty? Auditors?
As the arrests have died down the last couple of days, it does give me an opportunity to tell you about some recent sentences. The first one, which we can't get any confirmation of because of the New York system, is the sentencing apparently of Eli. Now, the sentencing relates to the video that's currently playing, but I did want firstly to draw attention to this video and the fact that he appears to be teaching his child the art of First Amendment auditing.
Oh God, he's teaching his kid. Oh, that's bad.
The car is illegal.
Yeah.
That's a statement
By
that you make.
DMV, yeah.
That's
100%.
a statement that you make.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
The car is illegal. The car is illegal.
The inspection's illegal.
Oh, the inspection's illegal. Don't you just give a ticket for that shit, man?
Eli.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm ready to go arrest the guy. Lock him down. Here. Recorder. Here. Go. Recorder. Go ahead. Look, they twisted my arm. They fucking me up. Recorder, guys. Record this shit. Look at this shit. Look, tight as hell.
You're not even here.
Guys, you see this shit, man? Look at this shit, man. It's cool. Let them do it. Look, they can't even put the fucking handcuffs right. Look.
Give them a chance.
Don't let them give me a charge. Charge me. Let them charge me. Look. I'll go him.
Obstruction. You're being charged. Can I just say something? Charged with obstruction. Can I just say something?
It's cool, Gene. It's cool.
Can I just say something?
Look at him. Fast as hell. Hold on.
Listen, get us in the car. I'll go to you.
Wait. Before you get him in the car.
And here's the kid again.
Hold on. It's all right, man. This is crazy, man.
Guys. Hold on.
Don't play. I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be out. Record her crying too. Wait.
Did you get?
Why are you? Oh my fucking! Oh my God! What is wrong with? Oh, this guy. This guy pisses me off.
What a way to bring up kids.
But before he goes, can I just say something? Is this?
Record the baby crying. Look what they're doing to me, guys.
Anyhow, we understand that Eli got sentenced to 9 months in connection with this arrest. I think that's the least he deserves, considering what he put his kids through. Next, we have the Wheeler man, whose channel is now called
this guy.
Tour. He was arrested at Wayne County Airport. Let's just watch the arrest.
I remember this one.
I'm video. I'm video. You walking out to your car?
Back up.
Go outside the door.
Back up.
Leave.
Back up. I will leave. I'll leave on my own terms.
That's the last chance you
What are you going to do? Arrest me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, there it is again. There it is again.
Out.
There it is again. I am excited. This is a couple $100,000, bro. This is a couple $100,000. Good. You fucking tyrant. You fucking tyrant!
Say that word again and I will.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna arrest me for free speech?
No, it isn't.
You're gonna arrest me for free speech?
I'm gonna ask you
freedom
one
of
more
speech?
time to be quiet.
Freedom of
okay?
speech.
You're gonna be quiet?
You're gonna arrest me for freedom
You're
of speech?
outside. Do not go back inside.
You're gonna arrest me for freedom of speech?
I think this is Detroit.
There is no freedom of speech?
Yeah.
Are you hearing this? Please don't learn from this guy, buddy. Please don't learn from him. Please don't learn from him, bro. Please do not learn from this guy. You seem like a good guy. I'm not talking to you anymore.
I don't really care.
I do.
I don't.
I can stand here. I can stand wherever the hell I want, bro. Jesus Christ. Fucking tyrants.
You know what? You're under arrest.
For what? For what? You're not gonna arrest me. You can't arrest me for swearing in public. What the fuck are you doing? Stop.
So here is the wee man proudly showing his ticket. Well, on the 4th of August, he was found guilty for the charge of disorderly person airport plus trespassing airport.
So guilty. Guilty for disorderly and trespassing.
He paid his fines by the 11th of August. Congratulations, Anthony J. Bardizan. And this one's a bit older, but we did feature him recently. Big G Audits. Joshua Gibbons. Here's the video.
Don't walk in the building with the camera.
Violation is
Don't walk.
Don't walk in
there with the camera. You understand? If you leave, get out. Hey, let me get my camera. Get out. Get that camera. You just violated my recording.
That is policy. That's not law.
That's the law.
That's the law. So,
on the 6th of April, he pled on the one charge of criminal trespass. He said he was fined $10. Well, that's true, but as you will see from the screenshot, it actually cost him quite a bit more.
Yeah, he got slapped with all them fees. Shit. Litigation tax, county tax, victim notification tax, jail building tax, CSE tax, local county litigation, courthouse security tax, spot fee, clerk fee, public defender fee, jail fee, sheriff's bond fee, arrest fee, service fee, data, attorney indigent and administrative fee, and the county fine.
More than $10.
That's how they fuck you up over there.
This is
fees and fines.
Video of auditors winning.
Fees, fines, and taxes.
Thanks for watching.
All right, I think I'm gonna be done here because I'm already kind of I'm blasted, and I'm just gonna get more and more out of control the more and more I drink. So I'm gonna get out of control, y'all know. This UFC fighter heist.
Tuesday, February 21st, 2006. A UFC fighter on the brink of international stardom finds his way into one of the most sophisticated and successful bank heists in world history, hitting a Securitas depot in Kent, England with a 7-man team of armed professionals, making out clean with a record-setting 53 million pounds. But with a score of that magnitude came a level of heat that was equally record-setting. and the international manhunt for MMA legend Lee Lightning Murray began. Lee Murray was one of the first great UK MMA prospects to make a name for himself and his country.
All right, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to pause right here. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to put a quick ad in, but I'll be right back. I got to get another drink, I guess the last drink for the night, and head to the restroom. So give me 1 second. The BRB music. There you go. 1 second. Archer, come here. Hold on. There we go.
Son of a British mother and a Moroccan father, Murray grew up in a rough neighborhood on London's East End. And by the age of 14, he was already an amateur criminal, running a small crew with his best friend, Paul Allen. The gang was also heavily involved with drugs, working with Nigerian drug dealers operating on the East End, and the gang also facilitated backyard brawls, of which Lee Murray dominated. His aptitude for violence stemmed from his abusive father, and Lee Murray found his confidence after snapping and laying it on his dad, knocking his own father out cold. He had natural ability, finishing hundreds of fights with a bomb of a right hand. And between doing time in juvie and frequenting boxing and kickboxing gyms, Murray had serious aspirations of one day joining the up-and-coming promotional organization known as the UFC. And by the time Murray reached adulthood, he would hold an MMA record of 3-0, quickly making a name for himself within the niche UK MMA scene. And in the winter of 2000, Murray headed to the US to work on his ground game, where Pat Militic, a former junior college wrestler and 5-time UFC champion, opened a gym in Iowa, and aspiring fighters came from all over the world.
By the way, guys, I don't need to take a break to text her. I text her all the time. You just guys don't know it yet.
World to train, and Murray was one of the few who stuck it out. Fighting at middleweight and standing 6'3", Murray had the perfect frame for mixed martial arts. UFC legend Robbie Lawler, who trained with Murray at the time, even stated that Lee Murray had world-class punching power. And in the spring of that year, Murray made his American debut through an MMA tournament in Wisconsin called the Extreme Challenge, facing 2 opponents in one night, fellow amateurs Chris Albandia and Joe Dorkson. And his groundwork paid off as he stopped Albandia in the first round via submission. But during his second bout of the night, the more experienced Joe Dorkson issued Murray his first loss via submission. His ground game had improved, but he still had much to improve upon. Having spent all his money on training, Murray returned to the UK. He continued to train on his own, and over the next 2 years, Murray padded his record and hit 7-1 before his big breakthrough fight versus Pele, sensationally knocking out Pele in front of a home crowd in London, England. And the hype from this fight reached the desk of none other than Dana White. And to further his case, in July of 2002, Murray attended a UFC fight and after party in London. And by last call, Murray found himself squared up with none other than Tito Ortiz. Ortiz threw a left hook, to which Murray stepped back and countered with a straight right, putting Tito Ortiz to sleep.
Oh, shit!
After knocking out Tito Ortiz, who was the light heavyweight champion of the world at the time, Lee Lightning Murray was signed by Dana White and made his UFC debut against Jorge Rivera in Las Vegas on January 31st of 2004. And in the first round, Murray stopped Rivera. Although he failed to get the knockout, his submission victory was a middle finger to all of his critics who claimed Murray only had a right hand. And during his post-fight interview with Joe Rogan, Murray had his sights set on Tito Ortiz, and everyone wanted a piece of Murray.
But, you know, there's another guy in this place, Lee something, Murray something guy, I don't know, but he's next on my list of... Are you calling out Lee Murray? I'm just telling you, he's next on my list of Brits that I'm gonna kick the crap out of. Is he here? Oh, look at this.
Oh, shit!
This clown's got on.
Despite his stock soaring sky high in the UFC, his next fight wouldn't come until September of 2004, as Murray was arrested in connection with a road rage incident that left a middle-aged motorist in a coma. Murray was therefore denied a visa to travel and work in the United States.
Whoops.
Murray lied to the UFC, informing them that there was some type of error, and the UFC worked around the visa issues by placing him on a card of a cage rage event in London against none other than Anderson Silva.
Hold it down, both of you.
Uh-oh.
Hold it down.
Bang your fucking head up! Where's your mate Pele? Where's Pele? Pele! Down!
That was hard.
The bout was scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Murray's 8-1 versus Silva's 14-2. And the two men went to war.
He's rocked Lee Murray and followed it. Right on the run now. Silva looking for the takedown. Murray picks him up. Lee Murray. Both men just trading blows. That's what the crowd wants to see. Anderson Silva's taking a couple. That's great.
For the record, I'm not really a big UFC fan, but I do recognize a lot of these names, like Tito Ortiz and Anderson Silva.
And he hurt Lee there. He hurt him. He really needs to hurt him. With a good takedown. Both men to their ground. 3 rounds later. I think it's Silva.
Despite his loss, going the distance with Silva was a win in the eyes of his fans. And still set on a warpath, Lee Murray was dead set on finishing Tito Ortiz once again in a sanctioned fight, leaving no doubt.
Tell us your thoughts on your former street fighting opponent, Tito Ortiz. Tito Ortiz? Tito Ortiz? If he wants to fight me, I'll fight anybody. I don't care who they are, what they've done. Oh, Tito's standing up!
The road rage case was later cleared by a judge, after a jury failed to reach a verdict. However, Murray was still unable to get his visa, and he was soon put on another card in the UK. And when he wasn't in camp training, he was out partying. Such as the night of September 28th of 2005, when at around 3:15 a.m., while attending a birthday party for his actress friend Lauren Pope at the Funky Buddha nightclub, a major fight broke out involving Murray. And during the scuffle, Murray was stabbed repeatedly in the chest, puncturing a lung and severing an artery. He was taken to a nearby trauma center and underwent emergency surgery, where he coded for a total of 4 minutes. But miraculously, doctors pulled him through. And despite making it through such a thing alive, the man he was before had truly died. Everything he worked towards, and everything he knew and dreamed about for his future, was gone in an instant. Lee Murray would never fight again at an elite level. His injuries destroyed his body, and the skills, the technique, and conditioning that made him one of the most prominent prospects in the UFC were gone. All that was left was the dog. And back to square one, Lee Murray, the violent dog, returned to crime.
God damn, Popo Medic is just fucking on fire right now.
Evakuera hem, det var mörkt och dimmigt. Jag gick förbi kyrkan och jag kände mig iakttagen.
Teaming back up with his childhood friend Paul Allen, the two men put together a crew and began to plan the heist, drafting a reputable team of European criminals. And together the men devised a plan that would go down in the history books as the largest heist ever committed in the world during peacetime. And the target, a Securitas depot in Tonebridge, where Barclays outsourced the distribution of money to a subsidiary management group managed by Securitas, operating a non-stop 80-person staff split across 3 shifts. Translation, 25% of the cash that fueled London was in the same spot.
Holy shit. 25% of the cash, a quarter of the money flowing through London was going through one single spot. God damn.
The facility was surrounded by CCTV cameras and strategically placed between 3 police substations. And with that level of security, the planning took months, beginning with a gang member by the name of Amir Haisena, who interviewed and got a job at the depot as a security guard. He wore a camera on his belt and recorded and reported the layout and activity within the depot during his shifts. Next, the gang focused their attention on Securitas Depot manager Colin Dixon and orchestrated a tiger kidnapping to abduct Colin Dixon in one location and his family in another and force the man to comply through the collateral of his family. The gang source.
What? Wait, so not only a money heist, but a fucking kidnapping.
Police uniforms
and
hired
ransom.
a prosthetic makeup designer by the name of Michelle Hogg, who altered the facial appearances of the gang members who would pose as police officers. And by orders of Lee Lightning Murray, on the evening of February 21st, 2006, Dixon was traffic stopped on his way home and kidnapped at gunpoint. Simultaneously, another group of kidnappers abducted Dixon's wife and child from their home. The teams rendezvoused, and Colin Dixon was reunited with his distraught wife and child, and could either let the robbers into the depot or see his family or himself seriously harmed. And with a loaded gun to his head, Colin Dixon made the right choice.
Fuck!
The gang arrived at the depot in 3 separate vehicles. Dixon and a solo gang member, dressed as a police officer, approached the pedestrian entrance. Dixon rang the bell.
So basically, okay, so they had to kidnap him to gain access to the facility. Holy shit.
And the control room security guard opened the door without asking any questions. The gang member, posing as a cop, overpowered and subdued the security guard. And without being asked, Dixon pressed the button to open the gate to allow the gang's box truck to enter the property and stage at the loading dock. Once the truck was parked,
This is some straight up GTA shit. Like legit, this is like a fucking main mission in Grand Theft Auto. Like if there's ever going to be a Grand Theft Auto London, this mission has to be one of them.
7 men entered the depot, armed to the teeth. Wearing balaclavas and paintball masks, the men were armed with handguns, shotguns, AK-47s, and Scorpion submachine guns. And Lee Murray carried a stopwatch and verbalized the lapse time minute by minute. The men rushed in, ordering Securitas workers to the ground. Dixon handed over the keys to the vault at the orders of Murray. The 7 members of the gang began to fill the truck with extremely heavy quantities of cash. And nearly 35 minutes later, the gang had stolen 17 cages and 3 supermarket trolleys full of cash.
God
and
damn!
Ran out of room, the gang left behind 154 million pounds and disappeared into the night, making out with a total score of 53 million pounds. The staff workers were left locked inside the empty cash cages.
So that's 2006 money? If that's 2006 money, 2007 money, back then the exchange rate was practically 2 to 1. So 53 million, you're looking at $100 million.
Buying the robbers 3 hours before Dixon's small child could finally squeeze through the bars and phone police. Shortly after, police arrived, and the media was in shock of the amount stolen, and the story went worldwide.
And what will they do next?
We're gaining valuable forensic evidence. We're developing intelligence on a range of suspects at the moment. The morale on the investigation team remains very high.
Now that is a payday, right? So that's a payday, not like the fucking previous bank heists we watched, where all they walked out was like 43K. Shit, 153 million pounds.
And I remain confident that we will both catch and convict the people responsible for this.
The police scrambled to identify and locate the robbers, but the media attention alone wasn't the type of heat the robbers could have anticipated, and was the beginning of the end, as rumors immediately poured in that UFC star Lee Murray had somehow been involved. And on the following day, police located all 3 involved vehicles, abandoned with discarded evidence connected to the crime scene. After running the plates of one of the vehicles, on February 25th, police raided the home of the registered owner, Leah Russia, finding video surveillance of Dixon's home and plans of the robbery within. And not even 10 days after the robbery occurred, 5 people were charged, and everyone started to talk, including the prosthetic makeup artist, Michelle Hogg, who flipped on everyone, pointing the
Oh, she flipped! She turned state's evidence.
Blame at Lee Murray and Paul Allen, and police geared up and raided Murray's residence. But Murray was nowhere to be found, as Murray and Allen fled the country and found asylum in Morocco.
Oh my god, he turned into a Moor! Fuck!
Because of his father's Moroccan lineage, Murray was recognized as a Moroccan national, and Morocco has no formal extradition agreement with Great Britain. Not only was Lee Murray a free man,
He is a Moor, his dad's Moroccan.
but he was a free and rich man, dumping millions of dollars on an exotic Moroccan mansion. And regardless of how flashy or how much attention Murray was drawing to himself, Murray and Allen were under 24-hour surveillance by Moroccan authorities.
Yep.
And after 5 months of living the good life, on June 25th, Murray and Allen and 2 other Securitas Depot robbery suspects were shopping at the Mega Mall in Rabat when they were surrounded by Moroccan authorities. A fight broke out, and Murray and his crew beat the living shit out of the Moroccan police.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck were the Moroccan police armed with? What?
Eventually, the 4 men were overpowered by other incoming officers. All 4 were arrested for offenses linked to the Securitas robbery, as well as additional Moroccan drug offenses that were committed in country. Moroccan police effecting the arrest were beaten so badly that a Moroccan judge added a charge for which he described as beating and humiliating members of the Moroccan.
Holy shit. Moroccan police force. What the fuck, guys? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Police force. A total of 8 gang members were convicted for the robbery, many of which are serving life in prison. Michelle Hogg, who testified against the gang, will forever look over her shoulder as it's openly reported that a £7 million contract remains on her head.
Ooh, oh shit. She's probably, I mean, at this point, she's probably in hiding. She's probably in witness protection at least.
Lee Murray, the prominent UFC prospect, was officially charged and convicted for the heist and sentenced to 25 years in a Moroccan prison, where he remains today.
But he took a knee by Lee Murray. Both men just trading blows. That's what the crowd wants to see. Anderson Silva's taking a couple, and they move to ground. Good stand up by both men. That's what the crowd wanted to see there.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure.
Of course I'm subscribed to Popo Medic, and I like the video. I actually haven't seen this other one though yet. One of his older videos that he posted. This one.
The greatest heist in Japanese history.
I actually have not seen this yet. This Japanese heist.
A man posing as a police officer on a motorcycle effected a traffic stop on a Nippon Trust bank vehicle. The fake cop left the scene with the bank's cash in hand. But it wasn't as simple as a traffic stop. The entire operation was a calculated setup that led to a historic score of 300 million yen.
What is 300 million yen then? Usually it's 100 to 1, give or take. So that's what, $3 million? I know, I'm a weeb, trash confirmed, and I have not seen this this heist video. I have not seen this one.
Japan, 1968. Despite global turmoil, the civil rights movement, the anti-Vietnam War protests, the Cultural Revolution of China, the so-called global revolutions of 1968 could no longer impact Japan's boom in production of consumer electronics. And with that much money floating around, various crimes emerged, one after the other.
Fucking Yakuza, man. Like, so, if you guys didn't know, Japan back in the late 60s, 70s, and 80s was the China of today. They were like the economic powerhouse threatening the United States until the bubble burst and Japan was in like a 20-year long recession. I think they might still be in a recession, but yeah, Japan was the technological boogeyman of the late 60s, 70s, and 80s until the bubble burst.
On December 6th, the manager of the Nippon Trust Bank received a mysterious
you're right.
letter.
You're right, Omega. Even with the recession, they're still like the top 5 in GDP in the world.
Letter demanding 3 million yen from the bank's deposits and to be brought to a nearby location before 5 p.m. the next day. Half of the words in the letter were handwritten, and the remaining words were picked up from magazines and pieced together. If the manager didn't comply, both his home and workplace would be bombed. The bank manager refused to comply and instead called the police, who sent around 50 officers to stake out the alleged drop-off location. Officers found nothing suspicious and looked no further. 4 days later, on the morning of December 10th, 4 branch employees of the Nippon Trust Bank transported 300 million yen, equivalent to just over $800,000 in 1968, or 2.3 million today. The money was loaded into metal boxes and placed into the trunk, and was on its way to the Toshiba factory to be used for employees as bonuses, and is divided into 3 large iron boxes, with each box containing almost 100 million yen. While en route to the factory, the 4 men were stopped in the street next to a Tokyo prison by a uniformed motorcycle officer. The police officer informed them that their branch manager's house had been blown up, and they had received a warning that dynamite had been planted in the transport vehicle, which of course was all bullshit. He was never going to blow up the house. He was never going to meet at a drop location. He knew the manager would call the police as he was playing psychological chess to create paranoia amongst the Nippon Bank employees. And because of this paranoia, he knew the employees wouldn't ask him any questions.
By the way, I think the news came out that that Japan is finally opening up for tourists. So the Japan trip next year with my brother and my nephew and his buddies is still on. Thank God.
The officer informed the 4 men to exit the vehicle and to hide behind a nearby wall while he inspected their vehicle for the bomb. Moments later, the employees noticed smoke and flames coming from beneath the vehicle. The officer rolled out from underneath, shouting that the vehicle was going to explode at any second. As the 4 men braced themselves, the police officer then got into their car and drove away. Still burning on the ground was a road flare.
Oh, goddamn! No! Oh, fuck! He got him! Oh!
They were in absolute disbelief
no!
that they just got hustled out of 300 million yen by one guy with a fucking road flare. All 4 bank employees had seen the appearance of the suspect, so the portrait of the suspect was quickly drawn. 120 pieces of evidence were gathered from the crime.
A fucking road flare. He got him. He got him.
Scene, including the stolen motorcycle, which was painted white to replicate Tokyo's motor unit. A massive police investigation was launched, posting 780,000 montage pictures throughout Japan. The list of suspects included 110,000 names, and 170,000 police officers participated in the investigation, the largest investigation in Japanese history. Police focused a search on the scene from which the motorcycle, a Yamaha Sport 350R1, was stolen. It was stolen between November 19th and 20th. At that time, police motorcycles were all made by Honda, and there was no Yamaha police motorcycle. The motorcycle was originally blue and was spray painted white. Well, actually, fuck, I think I already said that it was spray painted white. Well, it was spray painted white. Anyways, the road flare, or the smoke bomb used, was a High Flare 5, manufactured by Carlet Hodagaya plant in Hodagaya District, Yokohama City. The type used during the robbery was determined to be acquired from a gas station. A PA system loudspeaker was mounted on the motorcycle. According to the serial number, a total of 5 products of the same batch were found, of which 4 were confirmed whereabouts, and the last one was stolen at a construction site. The police then located the stolen bank vehicle at the Kokubun Temple ruins in Nishimoto town. Only then did the police realize that the suspect had changed cars on the way. No trace was found, no matter how much they searched. The police questioned the nearby residents, and a witness stated they saw a blue Toyota Corolla parked at that location 2 days prior to the incident. Immediately afterwards, police located the Corolla in an open space of a nearby high school. After checking the license plate of the Corolla, they found that it was, in fact, another stolen vehicle. Inside the Corolla was an empty safe.
Damn.
The prime suspect was a 19-year-old male who was the son of a local motorcycle police officer. And only 5 days after the robbery occurred, this suspect was suddenly found dead. The cause of death, cyanide poisoning. The man had no alibi for the robbery, but the money was not found after his death, which was ruled a suicide. His father insisted he was innocent, and he was subsequently cleared of charges. Out of the list of 110,000 names, one by one, investigators crossed each name off of their list. Another suspect was...
That's gotta be like fucking grueling, tedious police work. I mean, it is police work to a T, but holy shit.
A 26-year-old male arrested on unrelated charges, who was found to match the composite sketch of the fake police officer. He was released because he had been taking a proctored exam at the time of the crime, and they wouldn't have another suspect for 7 years. In 1975, a friend of the deceased 19-year-old suspect was arrested on an unrelated charge. He was found to be in possession of an extremely large amount of money, but police were unable to prove the money was from the robbery. The 7-year-long investigation offered few answers, and back in December 1975, the statute of limitations on the crime had passed. As of 1988, the thief has also been relieved of any civil liabilities.
So whoever
7 years,
it was,
despite the efforts of hundreds of detectives and tens of thousands of
got
police
away.
officers. It's even said that a few died of exhaustion while working the case. And although that may seem a little bit over the top, so does the price tag of how much this investigation cost.
Oh my God, 7 million USD it costs for the
In
investigation.
1998, a 55-year-old man by the name of Yuhi Ogata claimed to have been the mastermind behind the heist. The claim was initially made by a Japanese magazine writer, Shukano Zeki, who claimed to have solved the crime through the existence of a 500 yen note that Ogata supposedly gave to a 10-year-old boy for good luck in 1968. Ogata openly admitted that he and another accomplice were able to sneak the money past police roadblocks using a truck transporting glass panes. Soon after, they fled to opposite ends of the country. The validity of his story has been questioned by a number of people, including his family, who stated Ogata was constantly bugging their family for money. The offender and mastermind behind the 300 million yen heist has never been found. He's become a legendary historical figure in Japanese culture.
あれから40年もの月日が流れているのに、
Moonspeak!
私の喪失感は今も消えない。それは心の傷に時効がないから。
And some like to think he moved someplace far away with a shitload of money.
He got away with it. Fucking hell.
Not a single event is ever compared to this incident. It will forever be known as the greatest heist in Japanese history. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to... So, I'm sure everyone is familiar with the infamous North Hollywood shootout. It was a pretty big deal. They made a really shitty movie about it. But what a lot of people don't understand is that incident wasn't even the worst of the worst. There's actually a robbery that occurred 17 years prior to that incident that makes the North Hollywood shootout look pretty fucking mild. The incident occurred on May 9th, 1980. You got 5 dumbasses, otherwise known as suspects: George Smith, Chris Harvin, Russell Harvin, Manny Delgado, and not pictured because there are 0 photos of him alive, Belisario Delgado. The plan was pretty simple. Stage 2 getaway vehicles at the north end of the city filled with camping gear, sniper rifles, and ammo. Set off an IED at a gas main at the south end of the city to create some sort of diversion while they rob the bank during the explosion, and drive a stolen van to the getaway vehicles, go camp in Big Bear, make some s'mores, till they lose that 5-star wanted level. Manny Delgado, Belisario Delgado, and Russell Harvin stole a van from a mall in Orange County, kidnapping the driver in the process. The suspects then drove the van to the city of Corona while communicating with their high-tech walkie-talkies. They then set the bomb, lit the fuse, and drove to the bank. But the bomb never went kaboom, and these idiots were standing in a busy bank parking lot at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, looking like G.I. Joes with their rifles, camouflage, and ski masks, and decided, you know what? Fuck it, we came this far. Leroy Jenkins. At which point a teller from a bank across the street picked up the phone and called the Riverside County Sheriff's Office, very concerned. A teller from inside the bank being robbed also pressed a panic alarm. However, the alarm notification was sent to the Corona Police Department, and Corona PD responded to a different branch 5 miles away.
God damn it!
The agencies figured it out and dispatched the proper units.
Riverside to Norco units have a 211 in progress at the Security Pacific Bank, 4th and Hamner. A 3-hour 5297.
Deputy Belaski was first on scene. He was literally in the area when the call dropped, but didn't realize a robbery was in progress. This is why we have computers. As Deputy Belaski casually arrived on...
In fairness, what was it? When was this? When was this, NorCal? 1980, all right? 1980.
Scene. To his surprise, the gunman opened fire on his patrol car, sending Belaski in reverse toward oncoming traffic, where he collided with another vehicle and was able to quickly get out of his patrol coffin and take cover.
I just ordered some fucking wings and mozzarella sticks, all right? Leave me alone, okay? Leave me alone.
Green van, it's 4th and Hamner. They are shooting. Officer hit, clear the air.
As the robbers made a run for it, Belaski returned fire using a 12-gauge shotgun, striking the driver, Belisario Delgado, instantly killing him, sending the van crashing into a telephone pole guy wire. The 4 remaining robbers then exited the vehicle and fired over 200 rounds at Belaski, putting 47 bullet holes in his cruiser, 5 of which struck Deputy Belaski. A second unit arrived on scene, and Deputy Chuck Hill was able to drag Belaski out of harm's way while attempting to rush him to a nearby hospital. Meanwhile, the suspects began to panic. Their friend just got smoked, their van just got smoked, and now the police have them surrounded in the middle of the street. And now you're probably thinking that the story's coming to an end. This is 1980. There are no patrol rifles. The police are completely outgunned. The suspects have the upper hand and significantly superior firepower. I mean, these dudes could shoot down a helicopter if they really wanted to. That happens later. The suspects end up commandeering a pickup truck that was stopped at an intersection. They collected all their hand grenades, guns, ammunition, and stolen loot from the van and jumped in the truck. Chris Harvin jumps in the driver's seat. Manny Delgado gets in the passenger seat, armed with an HK-93 and crying because his brother just got smoked. George Smith, armed with an HK-91, and Russell Harvin, armed with a short stock AR-15, get in the bed of the truck and start throwing rounds at police as Chris Harvin drives off. At this time, countless units from Riverside PD, Riverside Sheriff's Office, Corona PD, and the California Highway Patrol descend upon the pursuit. Costa Mesa Police Helicopter Eagle came across the incident as it was already flying in the air and radioed to the ground units. Hey, you guys need some help down there? Oh, wait, that's right.
No, wait.
Cross-agency communication barely existed back then.
God damn it!
Traveled northbound.
I mean, how? I mean, I know how. I mean, again, 1980.
And was involved in 2 hit-and-run incidents, fired hundreds of rounds of ammunition toward police, injured 10 police officers, sent a patrol car crashing into a dairy farm, while also disabling a total of 33 patrol cars. And by disabling, I mean disintegrating, chucked IEDs and hand grenades at police on the freeway, injured a 12-year-old boy who was riding his bike minding his own business, who thankfully survived, and they even shot down the helicopter Eagle, which was forced to land. The suspects made it all the way to the San Bernardino National Forest and continued on down a dirt road. Deputy Evans, a country boy who's keen to dirt roads,
Goddamn, R.I.P. Deputy Evidence, legend.
Continues down the dirt road chasing these idiots while calling off on the radio as he's being shot at because he's a former Vietnam-era Green Beret and a badass.
We're moving, we're a quarter mile from the ranger station on Sierra Road in the National Forest. They're firing like crazy.
Sergeant Bender and Detective Hopkins, undercover narcotics detectives of the Riverside County Sheriff's Office, were also in pursuit behind Deputy Evans in an unmarked unit. They had the only radio that could channel multiple agencies and were able to keep up good comms with other responding units, such as 2 other deputies who were responding from a substation nearby, armed with M16s. The suspects came to an abrupt stop at a dead end and quickly jumped out of the truck and set up an ambush. Deputy Evans made his way around the corner and entered a volley of gunfire. He immediately dropped his radio, took cover behind his patrol car, returning fire with his .38 revolver. As the 2 deputies arrived with the M16s, They very sadly and very unfortunately witnessed Deputy Evans fall to the ground after he was struck in the head by gunfire. The deputies light up the 4 suspects with the M16s, sending the suspects scattering in multiple directions into the wilderness. The next morning on May 10th, with the assistance of a 65-man LAPD SWAT team, a massive manhunt took place searching for the suspects, who camped out by themselves in freezing temperatures overnight. Chris and Russell Harvin couldn't handle the hypothermia and surrendered without incident, and both idiots were bleeding out from gunshot wounds received probably by Deputy Evans the day prior. George Smith was spotted and was also bleeding out from multiple gunshot wounds and taken into custody without incident. Manny Delgado, on the other hand, was spotted by a police helicopter. A ground team cornered him, demanding that he surrender, but Delgado opened fire and immediately got disconnected from the world. All 3 remaining men were found guilty of all 44 felonies, including the murder of Deputy James B. Evans. The Norco shootout played an influential role in the militarization of police and is still used today to train law enforcement personnel on counterterrorism and survival. There's a lot of really good lessons to learn from this incident. Always make a tactical approach. Actually train with your vehicle and know its areas and angles that give you the best cover. I really wish more academies stressed
Train with
this
your
one.
whip.
Train with your fucking car. Also carry a tourniquet and a patrol rifle. As always, thank you for watching and dropping a thick like. If you're watching this after upload, come hang out. I'm streaming over at twitch.tv/popomedic. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.
Hi, Shiny.
I feel like I've seen the Korean one so many times, so I'm not going to click on that. I'm just going to wait for the other wings to arrive.
Tuesday, January 15th, 2019. A British SAS operator on a mission to train local Kenyan Defense Forces quickly found himself in the middle of a 2-day siege at the luxury Duset D2 complex in Nairobi. The 5 gunmen unleashed fury as hundreds of innocent civilians ran for their lives. But not before the solo operator grabbed his weapon and his kit and stormed in, self-initiating an off-duty rescue mission. And after a 19-hour game of cat and mouse, the lone operator saved hundreds of lives and took the lives of the enemy.
Jerry, I'm actually surprised he hasn't done Black Hawk Down yet.
In 2019 alone, there were over 6 terrorist attacks in Kenya, and over the last several decades, terrorism in Kenya has run rampant throughout, from the 1975 Nairobi bombing to the 2013 Westgate Mall incident. And since its creation in 1895, East Africa has been at the nexus of several political disputes that revolve around the political conflicts of the Middle East, as Kenya has remained an ally of Western governments and is host to several sensitive Western interests, including US and British military bases. And with poverty, weak borders, corrupt or incompetent police, and the rapid rise of extremist groups, Kenya and other African nations have quickly become hotbeds and easy targets for global terrorists. And the Kenyan army has yet to contain the influx of terrorism moving in from Somalia. And sadly, too many Kenyan soldiers have died trying. At the forefront of Kenya's counterterrorism efforts are the Kenyan Defense Forces' well-armed and well-trained Special Operations Forces. The Kenyan Special Operations Regiment, the 30th Special Forces Battalion, and the 40th Ranger Strike Force, who have all received their training.
So Kenya has the fucking SCARs, man. SCARs are a fucking awesome weapon.
From both U.S. and British military Special Operations Command, such as the U.S. Army's highly capable Green Berets and the United Kingdom's ultra-secretive Special Air Service. And in January of 2019, an SAS team was sent out to do just that. Amongst the SAS team was a team member by the name of Christian Craighead, a seasoned operator who first joined the British Army at 16 years old in 1992. He began his career as a junior paratrooper before coming of age and moving onward to the paratrooper regiment, which for comparison to the United States, a British paratrooper is the same thing as an Army Ranger. After serving 3 years as a paratrooper, Craighead then joined the Pathfinders, which again for US comparison, it's like MARSOC. He deployed with the Pathfinders to Iraq during the 2003 invasion of Iraq, where he led reconnaissance missions. And around 9 years later, he attended and completed the SAS's notorious 6-month-long selection program and joined the SAS regiment. And in true SAS fashion, the rest of his history is lost and remains untold, as the ethics of the Special Air Service are true to form of the phrase, the quiet professionals. But the SAS's legendary exploits over the years have often superseded their efforts of secrecy.
The end came with an assault on the building by the Army's Special Air Services Regiment, the SAS.
And at the tip of their spear lies the 22nd SAS Regiment, the Special Air Services Tier 1 unit.
Who dares wins. All us nerd gamers all know about this from Metal Gear Solid,
of which Craighead belonged. And when his seemingly peaceful training mission in Kenya took an unpredictable turn, Craighead delivered an unpredictable
Task
turn
Force 141
of his own. And on the afternoon of January 19th, at approximately 3 p.m., at the 5-star Duset D2 hotel complex, as guests were having lunch and shopping around, 5 Kenyan nationals of non-Somali descent were moments away from executing a calculated attack. The terrorist cell had traveled to the complex from their home base located in Somalia. Armed with AK-47s, hand grenades, and an IED, the men staged outside of the complex. The 14 Riverside complex in its entirety is one of East Africa's largest and more upscale developments, consisting of banks, restaurants, executive offices, and the hotel itself. A stage with stark contrast to the barbaric attack that was soon to unfold. At approximately 3:30 p.m., one of the insurgents breaks off on his own and enters the complex, where he locates and fronts the outdoor patio of the lively lunchtime rush of the Secret Garden restaurant, shouting aloud in Swahili before committing to the first phase of the attack and blowing himself up.
Fuckers.
Once the explosion was heard, the 4 men began their assault, where they engaged 2 Kenyan police officers guarding the gate. The men then threw hand grenades at 3 unattended parked cars, setting phase 2 of the attack into motion. 2 explosions to create panic and confusion. The 4 men then entered the complex and split up into 2 groups as they made their way to the first office block and began shooting and throwing grenades inside. And at this point, everyone is trying to escape and call for help by any means necessary. Members of private security forces and armed individuals, along with some off-duty police officers, were some of the first to respond, at which time an unknown person present at the complex picked up his phone and called his friend, Christian Craighead. He answered the phone and could hear the sound of gunfire coming from the background. The man requested for Craighead's assistance at the complex. He grabbed his gear and jumped in his truck, dodging in and out of traffic and arriving on scene only moments later. He had little to no intel on what was specifically taking place, but the sound of automatic gunfire was evident. wearing a balaclava, body armor, and freaking Armani jeans. This dude's 007. And he's also got a black rifle coffee block beard patch. Craighead armed himself with a Glock 17, a combat knife, and a suppressed Mako C8 carbine rifle. And without orders, relying only on his elite training and battle-proven instincts, the SAS operator went rogue and mobilized himself. And just like that, Obi-Wan Nairobi was born. Craighead could be seen escorting dozens of civilians out of the complex, and even carrying out the wounded. And with each pull, he turned around and went right back in and did it again. The locals were in awe of a masked foreigner who appeared to be single-handedly taking control of the situation wherever he could. It wasn't long until reinforcements showed up. As police and other Kenyan forces responded to the scene, Kenyan soldiers and police established a perimeter around the complex. Craighead embedded with a group of the soldiers and moved through the complex to continue rescuing employees and guests who were still pinned down within. And footage from the event even shows him leaving those forces behind and taking matters into his own hands to directly engage the enemy. And while clearing buildings and sweeping the courtyards, Craighead located the terrorists and swiftly engaged the enemy, single-handedly killing 2 of them. Gunfire altogether had ceased, and authorities and Craighead alike began to clear the rest of the complex, as the actual number of attackers was unknown at this time. He assisted with coordinating logistics with local Kenyan authorities, went room to room searching for remaining attackers, and provided remaining civilians with a safe escort to the outside perimeter of the complex. While it had been thought that the threat had been neutralized, after a few hours, gunfire and explosions were again heard in the early hours on January 16th. As Kenyan police located the remaining 2 gunmen in a hotel room, and after engaging the men, the Kenyan police apprehended the wounded suspects. And by 11:48 p.m., the Kenyan government announced that the 14 Riverside complex had officially been secured.
Yeah, this is a shorter one. I gotta stop,
20 Kenyan
guys.
citizens, an American and a British South African man, died during the attack. The terror group Al-Shabaab issued a statement claiming the attack was coordinated with the assistance of Al-Qaeda as retaliation for the relocation of the U.S. Embassy in Israel. Christian Craighead was awarded a conspicuous gallantry cross for ending the 19-hour siege, which is the second highest honor in the United Kingdom. His heroic actions saved hundreds of lives, and he retired from the SAS in 2020. He wrote a book about the event titled One Man In that is currently pending approval from the Ministry of Defense. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. There's a lot more of these mini.
Y'all talk about fucking calculators in the chat. It's fucking wild.
I done told you to stay away from my house. I done told you. I'm gonna catch you out that house. Hey, come on, come on.
He burned up Megan's $150 Davidson top. They came from Richmond. You remember?
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place
Squad.
$50 bathing suit top and like that shit, he won't.
Squad, fire department, everybody's coming.
Well, look how big it is.
That's a mess back here.
421 on location. Power in the backyard, 12:15. I was coming out to the water hose to put it out. What time he's paying for no water?
Why is he back down here, Tracy?
Exactly, I called last night.
I guess you didn't go get the no trespass paper, did you?
All right, look, as soon as the food arrives, that's when I'm calling it a day.
Working. I go, lunchtime I get my shower and I go, what I gotta do? Threatening me with his old ass mama.
Female belongings are being put in there as well.
But yeah, I mean, Megan's talking about $150.
Here we go again.
I know, right?
Here we go again.
Did you ever go to the sheriff's office?
No, because they wasn't there when I went down.
Well, it's been like a week ago.
I know. You know,
If you want him away from here, and you really want him away from here, then you need to take that step and get the no trespass
Can't you get him for illegal burning or something right there?
I don't know what he's burning. I mean, you've allowed it before.
No, I ain't. I burned my own fire in my fire pit. And that was
this
shit he brought
is the
down.
thing. You guys get to fight, and you want him arrested, and you want him in trouble.
No, I ain't never said don't arrest him.
It happens every other day.
Have I ever said don't arrest him?
So what's he burning back there?
Oh, let me give you this bag of jewelry that he's.
No, I'm not here for jewelry. I'm not here for jewelry.
I mean, it ain't mine. It ain't mine.
Well, I'm not here for that, okay? I'm here for a brush fire. So what's he burning of yours?
He burned up Megan's $150 bathing suit top. They came from Richmond. You know, my girls ain't easy to find a top for.
Anything else?
Well, that was $150. Well, I shut the curtains. I mean, I've had them shut. I've been working. He thinks he's above the
Over
law.
on this other side, I guess it's just some pallets, some boxes.
Stuff is this right here, Tracy.
Well, those axles, if they ain't hit.
That was a little bit hot. Yeah, it got a little hot, didn't it? So we got a couple of issues, man. Alright, so we have the ordinance issue. Alright, come on. Alright. You can't be burning shit like this, like that. Alright. Needs to be in a fire pit with a lid. Okay. But this stuff here can't be being burned like that. Alright. The flames were high. So that's issue one. Issue two, what all did you burn that belonged to her?
My house, my stuff.
All right, what clothes did you burn?
None.
You didn't burn any clothes?
Fuck that.
So there's a bathing suit top, I guess, that belongs to her daughter. Where's that at?
Suit top.
Tell me what's outside the top.
Suit top. It was a shirt over there. It was laying over there. It was been laying there for fucking months.
Where's it at?
It's been laying over there. That's what I started it with. Over there, fucking bathing suit bottom. I got a shirt there. Laying over there everywhere. Go over there and look on the porch right there. There's all kind of shit over there.
All right.
Over there, fucking bathing top. Try to give me my box of tools.
Got it.
And that's what she done. She took all my tools inside. I said, well, I'm not moving this shit again. I've set the pool up and done. I'll try to help her out. Her and her daughter. Yeah. I'll get rid of them.
So every time you're over here and you're, quote, helping, what always happens?
She goes fucking berserk.
And we get called, right?
You got caught last night.
So every time you help,
we did.
Every time you help,
we get called. Why are you coming back here?
Because my stuff was here. And every time I come back, start to me and help her do something. And I got tools, just a bunch of shit over there. All my tools she takes inside, hides from me.
Adios.
See you.
Won't give them back to her.
All right, guys.
When she sees me out walking, try to get me to come back.
My food's here.
No, just drama.
I'll talk to you guys later.
These two.
I'm glad you have some fun, but I got to stop it here. Got to eat some food. But my wings and my moss sticks are here. So thank you guys again. Happy enjoy the rest of your Labor Day, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow, but look for me on Wednesday. All right. Take care, guys. Adios.
I'm not that